Hello, how are we all? I am hearing myself back, so I need to kill that. There we go. Yeah, I remember how to do this. Good evening, and you're very welcome along to the Sopherone Saga right here on the Emerald Collective. My name is GM Dave, and I'm the creator and Dungeon Master for all things Sopherone. So this is episode 83 of the Sopherone Saga, and do you know who else is 83? Only Harrison Ford. So I'm going to be giving a point of inspiration, and this can happen at any time during the rest of the campaign. So put it in your notes, and you might get a free point of inspiration if you are the first person to shoot first in an interaction with a thief or bounty hunter. There will be consequences, of course, but that's you will get a point of inspiration for the ensuing murder spree. Anyway, we know we're not on Twitch every evening, even though we'd love to be. So with that in mind, the Emerald Collective are also on the podcast scene. We have an entire Call of Cthulhu story based, available on all podcast platforms and also on our YouTube channel. You should check that out too. It'll be up in there in the Twitch chat in a second. It's called No Silver Linings, and it's set in Silver Mines, Tipperary, 1919. Our current podcast series is called The Valid Madness, and you can catch episode 0 on all podcast platforms for an intro into the continuation of this once streamed adventure by the inimitable Mark Corrigan of Shunnick Games. The story is set in the land of Castonia and tells the tale of our heroes trying to rid the land of a disease known only as the Valid Madness. We're now up to episode 23, wherever you get your podcasts. And junior tier patrons can get a sneak peek of the next episode 2 weeks earlier on our Patreon. The next one will drop on a Wednesday, right after Arcane Adventures in Andromeda. Now, did I say Patreon? Yeah, I did. So head on over to patreon.com/the Emerald Collection to find ours. Depending on the tier you choose, every month you'll receive battle maps, magical items, monsters, that you can use them in your games. Tell them we sent you, it's fine. And there'll be even bonus maps with variant versions. You'll also get access to the latest podcast episodes 2 weeks before they drop, 2 weeks on the regular platforms. We offer discounted rates on selected items on Drive-Thru RPG, Friends of EC rates with our resident cartographer who's cackling behind me. It's a map, and artist Liz Shangavi, formerly from Zorpsart. We'll even give you a shout out on our Twitch streams to say thanks for supporting us. And tonight goes to Shane Kenny. Shane, we love you. Is there a side quest? Is our side quest master in the chat? Hello, Lisa. Great to see you back. It's been a while. Anyway, yeah, so that's quick. Head on over to our Patreon and check it out. We also have a free tier, and it's a $1 tier and all that shit. You'll see that when you go in. Now, what do those shields and numbers on your fancy Twitch overlays mean? I hear you ask. Well, you can use your channel points to bestow boons upon players and the GM. A boon grants a 1d4 to attack rolls and ability checks. If you sub to our channel or gift a sub to another, you can offer inspiration to the player, to a player or the GM. Inspiration allows a re-roll of attack rolls or ability checks, but not death saves. So do remember that, please, players and the GM. Although the GM never has to roll death saves. Ha! And please remember to state in chat who will receive your boon or inspiration. Now, it's time to meet our wonderful players and find a little bit about their characters. Guys, tell us about yourselves, your hobbies, your streams, your businesses, and anything else you'd like to plug right now. Phone, it's you. Go!
Hello everybody, I'm Phonosaurus and I play Scales, the Dragonborn Barbarian, who is a lovable dumb stump, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer he gets to stay dumb for.
Okay. Thank you very much, Phona. Carrie, you're up next because we're going left to right.
Hey guys, I am Carrig. I'm the stream GM here for Arcane Adventures in Andromeda. You catch that on Tuesday. I would recommend you check out the VOD for the last one when you have a free moment before, because crazy shit happened. And I play Wren who is the resident transmutation wizard with a penchant for fire. Currently, he's in this winter city. He's got his undead brother on the loose, his undead brother's killer on the loose, and a load of shit. And he feels incredibly guilty over the poor guy Boopy who got murdered because Wren pissed off an imp. Well, the party pissed off an imp. They blame Wren. The imp mostly blames
You were walking away and then you just decided to just quietly torch. Well, not quietly, but
the house was breathing. I felt like it was going to be a monster.
Yeah. So look, I mean, as I explained in the last episode, if he didn't come at you for torching the house, he was going to come at the party for killing his adopted mom. Thank you very much, Carrie. Joe, you're up next. Tell us a little bit about you, your hobbies, and anything else you'd like to talk about.
Hi, my name is Joe. I play Robert Seth Cooper. He is a human rogue who used to be kind of into writing books and stuff and drawing, but these days it's kind of hard to figure out what he likes. He's kind of more like real life Joe than he is now, because I also still struggle to find what I like. So my current fixation in real life is I've started trying to develop video games in the Godot engine.
All right.
And recently I've been messing around with procedural generation of voxel worlds. That's like Minecraft, by the way.
I was gonna say that sounds like a fucking Star Trek Next Generation episode. So, to me,
but I'm not very successfully. It's hard.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I play Robert. He's just like a chill guy. Definitely doesn't have any darkness to him or
Definitely not.
any weird stuff on his side. So I'm looking forward to seeing. Yeah, he definitely has never died. We'll see where it goes.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. Kiva, you're up next. Who are you playing? Tell us a bit about you, your art, and all the rest of it.
Can't hear you.
This is just a muting issue. I muted myself. I had a lot of technical issues before stream, and now I'm already tired and overstimulated. But I'm Kiva or Cyborg Cinders. You can find me online under that handle for all my art stuff. I sometimes do sketches as a stream and doodles that we of our adventures. And I'm playing Theodore Pleasant, a truly beautiful, pleasant man that has as well no issues and is really a lovable character that definitely has a heart of gold, or at least tin. But yeah, and he's going through it at all times, and I'm excited to really get into it.
Cool. Can you do us a favor and pull your camera down a little bit so we can see you a little bit better, if that's possible?
Everything on Brendan's PC, and he's a big tall man.
That's okay. That's okay. Stephen, you're up next.
Oh, well, good afternoon. I am Stephen, your paladin pal. This evening I am playing Orixiam Grimm, the full human half of the Brothers Grimm. He is the supposedly eviler half, depending on who you ask and what mood Ryan is in. And he is currently plotting 7 different day trips. One to the Hells, one to Calarel, and one to somewhere else.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And last but not least, Ryan, we can't see your lovely face, but we can hear your lovely voice. Tell us a little bit about you and what you're doing on stream and all the rest of it. And of course, who you're playing.
Hi guys, I'm Ryan, aka Deranged Rhino, as most of you know by now. Yes, you can't see my face, but that's because I banjaxed my PC and have had to rebuild a new one and haven't quite got it right yet. I am here in person and in game, thankfully though, because I love these guys. And I will be playing Mezelus Grimm, the supposed better half. Again, as Rixium said, depends who you're talking to though. And I am a cleric of the life domain. My job is to keep these guys alive as much as possible. However, they do make it rather difficult.
Sometimes they do, yes indeed. All right, thank you very much, Ryan. Now, I think we'll do a little dive into a quick recap about what's happening in Sopherone. As we know, or maybe some of you don't know, Sopherone is a continent at war. To the northwest on your map, you can see right there, just down to the bottom left of me, the very top left of the map there. That's the elven nation of Calaril, which once flourished on Sopherone. It was pretty much the whole western side of those mountains that you see there, and some of the east after the Dragonborn were wiped out. Anyway, their kingdom has been beaten back to a small area at the tip of the continent. A change of leadership in the Elven Kingdom, however, has resulted in a shift in policy, and the relationship with the kingdom of King Gregor of Sopherone has changed. Some will say irreparably. No longer will they sit back and allow their people to be subjugated by the human kingdom. Over the last few years, the elves have fought back and retaken the lands on the western side of the Vertex Crux, the huge mountain range that separates east from west. On Sopherone, all the way down the middle there, you can see it there. Steadily losing ground to the elves, King Gregor has tasked his best man, the skilled and lethal Valdars, to hunt down the legendary artifact that was once used thousands of years ago by an emerging human kingdom to completely wipe out the native Dragonborn that ruled this continent, so he can now deploy it against the elves. Enter our heroes, the Saviors of Somerton, a small group of ragtag adventurers who have stumbled across the king's nefarious plan and dedicated themselves to putting a stop to it. Joined by the Brothers Grimm, servants to the Temple of the Platinum Dragon in the city of Artex. Artex. They persevere against all the kingdom have to throw them in the hopes of restoring balance to Sopherone. Right now we join our heroes in the streets of Artex as Mezelus stands outside the Temple of the Raven Queen, knowing full well that the king's man Valdar dwells within. But first, now that Arthur Strummer is back in town, we'll be hearing a new ditty about Wren. How can the party possibly make their way to the Hells to rescue Boothby? And what has the ancient white dragon been up to since its reawakening on the continent of Sopherone? Well, there's only one way to find out, motherfuckers. Let's play some D&D! Okay, I'm going to move us over to the Artex map. Zip, zap, skibbity, bap. Here we go. And there is... Oh, that's not what we're looking for. We're in the Temple District. There is the Temple to the Raven Queen. That is a shift ping. What's the music? Where's the music going to play? Booply boop.
Oh, that one.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Kiva, can you
Oh, you
hear
can.
me? Yep.
Great. And I think I was on my other microphone before.
Ah, so
Too many microphones going on in this business.
get a bit more solemn vow going here. D and D. I know, right? Both D's. No MD before at this time, Carver. I was watching the stream back yesterday. Or, sorry, today. Mezelus, you stand outside now. Those two massive doors to the entrance of the Raven Queen, that would bar the portal, just close with this eerily silent, just small puff of air as you see the acolyte of the Raven Queen sort of throwing an eye over their shoulder, very aware now you've given away who you are and that they are nobody. They're not scrubbing the walls of the Raven Queen's temple, this big black reflective cube, and except you don't see your reflection in it, which is kind of one of the reasons the kids in the city just dare each other just to stand in front of it for however long they can and not see the reflection in it. Anyway, so those doors close. Mezelus, you know Valdar's inside. Are you just going to stand there like Sonic and tap your foot, or what's the crack?
I'm going to glance over towards the group and stuff, see if I catch Orixiam's eye. And if I do, like, kind of give him, the nod over, like, come here for a sec. But I'm going to stand there and we'll see if he comes out.
Okay.
Orixiam will join him.
Right.
Guess who happens to be in here, brother?
There are handles on this non-reflective, reflective door?
There are no handles, but it's a very Aragorn-esque sort of vibe that you could push them through.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. Open says me, Orixiam pushes to the door.
Okay, and they part against the pressure that you put against them now, and as you lean heavily against these doors, you can see the snow now beginning to the snowflakes begin to thicken. There is no wind tonight, well, this evening, because as we do know, there is a curfew on the streets at 7 p.m. till 6 a.m. introduced by Duke Ulrich, who has only your safety in mind, really, as the Spectre is roaming the streets and he doesn't want people killed to death. So as you sort of push those doors through, you can see now the expanse before you is just one of black marble, and it's got that marble-esque kind of vibe. There is a huge, massive pool of blood, maybe about 60 feet in. Massive pillars just run from floor to ceiling now. There is absolute silence in here. You take a step in, and your heavy boot should clack against the stone, but it does not. If anything, this place feels colder inside than it does outside in the snow.
I think they went a
Proceed,
little bit over the top in the moody respects, don't you?
I mean, they've got a pool of blood, but the location is awful.
So it's
As he
not
walks in,
long.
is
Yeah.
there any doors or curtains moving or...
So what you see in here is it's literally just maybe 120 feet by 120 feet. It's a perfect square, but there's these just pillars moved down probably 2/3 of the way out. So on the right hand side, the left hand side of the pillars, it's quite a narrow walkway, giving space to most of the area in the center here. And as you walk in, you can see all the way down just this plain black everything until steps descend into this pool of blood. And, well, what looks like blood, actually what smells like blood too. There is a very, very heavy, thick scent of iron in here. There are one or two people walking around, a kind of a heavy black, what did I do with it? Heavy black kind of gauze wrappings over their head, like so, and they just kind of drift through. One of them notices that you've pushed the doors open and just begins to just quietly drift towards you. These long black robes obscuring any feet beneath, and it almost seems like they're gliding.
I was just going to say, like, do they appear to be gliding, or is that little subtle bounce in the shoulder area?
Oh, would you like to make a... What do you want to go here, dear? Perception or insight?
Perception, because...
Perception. Okay.
Perception.
So give me a perception check. 12 is enough.
12.
They look to be about 4'11" and a half. Don't forget that half. And they're the only reason you see them is because they are kind of not. They're not. I mean, they wouldn't describe themselves as small, but they're definitely smaller than you, and so the feet have to work a little bit faster to get over to you. And that's the only reason that you see. Yeah, they are definitely not floating. It's just maybe something that they work hard on for the aesthetic. The aesthetic's important in here. And I'm not saying that worshippers of the Raven Queen are style over substance. Absolutely not. But you know, one of them walks over and you hear this sort of deep voice.
Full of wine.
Yeah. Welcome, brother. Are you here to pray? Are you here to commune?
Oh yeah, but not communing with her. No. I'm in the neighborhood, looking for an asshole.
And at that use of that word, that acolyte of the Raven Queen just turns their back on you and walks away.
Perfect. I'll continue walking in.
Cool.
Are we meant to follow him, or? Yeah.
Was gonna get him.
So now, as you can... okay, what's your passive perception?
14.
14, cool.
Mine's like 18.
18, you're in there. Are you side by side at this stage? Or are you close by?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah, I walked in with him.
Lovely. So what you can see is there's a subtle sort of hand gesture from this acolyte as they walk away, and now you can see from outside of all... There must be 16 pillars all the way down, and from outside, out of the shadows cast by these pillars, step 16 heavily armored, either priests or paladins. It's hard to tell.
At least that one is.
It seems we made an impression, brother.
I tend to do that in these places.
So I will remind you. And I know well, okay. So I know we all hate Valdar a lot, okay? I love him personally, but he's underneath the arrogance is a heart of gold. And thank you very much, Ravens Ranger, for the sub. Inspo for Scales, we appreciate you.
There is because he's got it in a pocket of his coat.
There is no plot armor here. If you do something, like if you do sort of cause trouble in the middle of the second largest temple, there will be like very serious consequences, and I will have to distribute them. I don't want to, so
absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
I also know how to D&D.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I just you know.
I didn't ask how big the room was.
Yeah. It's too big. Get him, Dave. Kerber's like, come on. Okay, cool. So as you walk in now, you can see them. They're silently looking. Your divine sensing. Okay, the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. This is interesting. There is
Yeah,
no
there is.
strong evil. There is no powerful good either. There is, I mean, if there were a seesaw. So because you're only trying to detect either, you don't detect either.
But they're canceling each other out.
Well, he's
No.
more now that he has the attention of the actual people, not just the gilly that takes
Yeah.
coins. Now that there's
Are you-
actually someone to talk to,
Mm.
he's like focusing on the priests or paladins. Like,
Yeah.
are they
there's-
all legit, or is there a corrupt cunt among them?
Okay, so they are all this. They all are the same. There is no sense of powerful good or strong evil. It's like,
Right.
I mean, there's something there. They register as beings, as being alive, but it's neither.
Yeah,
Which,
that's-
and if you want to make an insight check, I mean, I'm happy. I mean, do you think Orixiam would know what this means? You can just tell me.
Yeah, no, like he was searching for like corruption or evil or desecration. Like he's looking for the mole in the hive.
Yeah, so there's nothing there. But do you think, do you think Orixiam would know what the results of this mean? That he's not getting a strong good or strong evil from these beings.
Well, yeah, because I'd say definitely after traveling with Darek for so long, he knows that the church is a neutrality of life and death happens. Like,
Okay, cool.
It's not about sides; it's about an inevitability.
Yes, lie down.
So if there was a mega direction in either way, that's the weakest link.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Now I get to get what you're doing. Yes. Okay. Cool. They all take one step out from the pillars. Oh, what was that? I don't know. They all take one step out from the pillars, and they are regimented and uniform in their stance. You can see they all seem to be wearing this what looks like very it's black armor, but it's hard to tell if it's metal or leather. It is definitely plated or segmented. You've seen leather armor like that too. But they all carry great swords except for two at the end who carry long swords and shields.
And they are all identical. There doesn't seem to be one of a higher station. Well, the
Say
two of
again?
the longswords.
The two of the longswords
think-
seem
like
to be of a higher station, yes.
Right. Well, then he will. He is in his armor, but he's unarmed. There's no weapons on his belt or in his hand, and he'll start walking towards the two with the long swords and shields
Okay,
in a
so
non-aggressive stance.
These two are at the very back at the end on the right pillar and the left pillar. And as you walk in, so between you and those is that huge pool of blood. So you'll have to walk around that and probably skirt close to some of these great sword wielding people. Why am I hearing that again? Has somebody got speakers going?
No.
No.
I'm hearing the music.
Yeah, it's
Music.
super loud.
Can everyone mute their...
Okay, that's better.
Was it when I unmuted?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it might be this. Hold on.
Roll 20 might be playing through your monitor or something.
Yeah, is that gone now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just keep roll 20 closed for a minute.
Okay, cool. Right, so
So-
where were we? Yeah, so,
So
yes.
as
you got-
Orixiam like you said when he let's call spade a spade, disrespected the greeter, let's say,
Yeah.
and the greeter walked away, and all of a sudden he started to crouch. With each step he takes, are they closing the walls? Or they are now just present and watching?
They are present and watching, but the two with the two that seem to be of a higher station, they're at the back two pillars furthest away from you. They've walked out together. They've met in the center. They're walking towards the other side of the pool that separates you from them now. The
Right.
pool's in the center,
Good.
and one of them, they each skirt the sides of the pools, and they walk to intercept you and Mezelus. What you can see now is the armor is definitely metal. It is some sort of black metal, and with your passive perception of 14 and yours of 18, you can see there is a slight hint of long blonde hair, sort of creeping out from one of the helmets. As you hear this very dispassionate female voice going, What is your business here?
Well, thank you for gracing us. I meant no disrespect, but I needed someone who had a little more authority than your acolyte there.
I see.
Are you aware who you house currently?
Are we aware of who we house?
Yeah.
Why don't you fill me in? So I'm sure you are.
Am I correct or incorrect that currently there is at least one Valdar on the premises?
There is. The king's man, sent by the king himself. A man of great esteem, a great power, great authority.
Is that statement said with true belief, or is there a sting of sarcasm or like a little quiver of I'm forced to say this and don't want to say
Let's
this?
get an insight check. That's a very specific thing to insight, so I'm going to say DC for this is 19.
Question.
What have I got? Have I got a... Let's see. Come on, dice. The dice want me to know. 22.
Okay. We're at 22, 95%, and 5% irritability.
Right.
And with that
So
insight,
he will definitely get a little smile at that.
with that insight, there is an age and a depth to the voice in this particular guard. You get a vibe. They've been around the block. And things have changed. This is like they're experiencing 2024 and 2025 for the fucking first time, like we have with the fucking holy shit.
Whoa.
Thank you very much for the anonymous gifted subs, everybody, whoever sent them in. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. There is
Thank you, Anonymous.
Yeah, we can make a bucket, stick them in there, ram
That's so
those
cool.
things in. Give Mezelus one, give Orixiam one, and Wren, and whatever is left we can put into the inspo bucket. We appreciate you, whoever you are, in your black cloak of generosity.
It's the card that also hates Valdar.
Yeah, maybe it's Valdar himself. Here, take the inspiration.
Don't use them.
use them quickly. But yeah, there is. So but it's somebody that's so deeply entrenched in this. This sort of machine that is religion, that's dedicated their whole lives to it, that they're just following the rules. But there is now you do with that 22 inside, and you know that they will never admit that. So
No, yeah, no. But I mean, like, I'm not talking to a brick wall. There's
something in there.
That's what he wanted. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if you're aware of this completely, but I am Orixiam Grim, eldest son of Mezelus Grim. You may know the name from our Temple of the Platinum Dragon. The recent discreditation was I won't say solely cause, but was definitely
I think you mean
partly,
excommunication. Him.
Oh, for me and him, yeah, but I mean the whole temple. It's cause
Let's see.
this Valdar guy he's at least a twin. Oh yeah, he wanted us to bend over and kiss the king's ass, and
Well, I mean,
It
if the
wasn't
king
it.
asks you to kiss his ass you must kiss. He's the king, after all.
It wasn't really the king asking.
These are dangerous words, and a conversation I do not wish to be drawn into. If you have a purpose here, state it, and if you
could lead us to Valdar, I'd really appreciate it. Oh yeah.
I shall send a message. Please.
Kind of in a hurry.
In a hurry, I see. Well, this is a place where haste and speed are not welcome. This is a place of repose, consideration, and thought.
Well,
So, we shall send word. Please, take a seat beside the pool. And as you look, there are now heavy obsidian stone pews around.
May I ask, was it with repose and consideration that you shipped off Derek to a different place?
Once was Darak. Well, I'm merely the enforcement side of things here, but I can tell you that his services were required elsewhere.
I didn't catch your name, friend.
Once was Vreen. Vreen. And the other guard, without there's no sort of other identifying features there. The other guard turns around and just, again, these heavy boots that just do not clack on the floor. There's no sound of metal plates rubbing against leather or anything as they just walk away, but around the left side of the pool as you look down, and they disappear. Please do take a load off. Reflect, consider your life's choices and how much of it you may think you have left. And
have you put much consideration or thought into the forming of Baal's temple in the heart of Artex?
Baal?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm not.
It's
Tiamat.
Yeah.
Temple of Tiamat.
This one.
No, I know the temple was a team. It was not a fallen.
Baal's one was back in Templetown.
Templetown.
And it was Bane, I think, not Baal.
It was Bane, yeah.
Right?
Valdar had gone to set up a temple of to Bane. Things changed there that you guys are not across, and there is a very good reason why that stopped. And also then the town was burnt down. But you can retract that if you want, or do you want to?
Yeah, that is completely my mistake.
No problem.
And what do you think of the? Have you put any consideration to the formulation of a temple to a evil god in Artex?
Well, as we all know, religion operates under the good grace of King Gregor, and I'm sure the temple to Tiamat would be keen to communicate that the scary bedtime stories folks tell about them in the dark to the children are but old wives' tales, and there's a new and more public-facing heart to the Temple of the Platinum, or to the Temple of the Five-Headed Goddess. So, that's what I'm sure they would be keen to tell you. So, under the king's good grace, yes, you should see the one in Sopherone. Its construction is midway through. From all reports, it's going to dwarf all of the other temples in Sopherone. But, yes, they are building here as well.
And, do you think your lady is appreciative of being bent over the king's knee?
Who is my lady? And you... I mean, I'm not going to ask for any role here. You do sense, if you are about to suggest that the Raven Queen has been bent over and over the king's knee, you are sharp enough to know that there will be fucking serious consequences. If you mean once possessed you?
Enough. No, I'm just going to leave it at that. He wants to consider it and stew and... No, king's good graces. The king permits them to exist.
And the king also permits the Temple of the Platinum Dragon to exist. Although I do hear it's up for renegotiation, isn't it? Not that you'd know about that.
You could be the biggest temple in town.
And she looks at Mezelus and she goes, probably, and she says, probably not long until there's a bounty out on your head.
Orixiam laughs, knowing there are actually bounties everywhere.
I mean, if a manner of a bounty is all that comes for my head, then I guess I'll have nothing to worry about.
It is a shame to see such a long career. A career of service, a career of soldiering, a career of bloodshed.
Oh, I'm still serving. You misinterpret. I still serve. I just serve the actual person I deserve to serve, not the people that think they know his wishes.
I can see now why you're excommunicated. Anyway, it seems like this would be a good time for you to reflect on your transgressions, your sins, and the reasons you were ejected from your brotherhood. So, please, I would caution you, though. Do not drink from the pool. Do not touch the pool. It would be bad.
I thought the point of it was to give enlightenment. Wouldn't that be to everyone, regardless of their faith?
The point of the pool is to sit by it. And in its reflection, you should see a reflection of your deeds, reflection of your choices. In its reflection, you should see, if you are successful, revelation. But physically, it would be. And one of the guards from over the pillar goes, bad. And she turns over and she nods her head. Good.
Was I ever that zealous, Orixiam? I'm whispering that to him as they walk away.
She hasn't walked away, but I can see Orixiam going, sorry, where's the WC? Changing the subject.
He's not going to open his mouth. He's just going to have that one-sided smiling smirk.
Mezelus, exactly.
Very good.
You were very much like father in a lot of ways.
I wish I'd have been more like him in the ways that you are, though.
That could go so many ways. So the once was Bren and unnamed guard, seniority guard number 2 are walking away.
The one who does not have the blonde hair that's been speaking to you, excuse me, has walked away. The one that has the blonde hair is still just standing there. It's hard to see. Just this wisp of blonde hair is the only thing that separates her from anything else. But you can see there is like there's a, if you can imagine, it's one of those sort of T helms with the sort of to there. There are no eyes to see. It's just like that the helm is just, it bathes the face beneath in shadow. She just stands there. Please take a seat. Reflect, consider.
And are these obsidian stone seats close enough? Like, are they right at the edge of the blood pool?
I mean, you could probably, so if you can imagine, there would be an aisle's width between the seat and the pool. So you could sit down, stand up, and walk to the left and walk away.
Well, it's not
So
even
there's
walking
walking
away.
space. Are
It's
you
not
trying to dip your
about
toes
walking
in?
Space is like, no, not dip his toes, but like stare directly at his reflection and see.
Yes.
Like, is this like the fucking mirror in Harry Potter that you look into and you see somebody standing behind you?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I'd be doing basically the same as well. I'm very
Okay,
intrigued
cool.
by this.
Are you on the front bench to the left and right, like with the aisle between you, or are you on the right together or on the left together?
To the left
I would have
together.
said, well, yeah, dead
So you're
center,
together.
whichever side.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're yeah, cool. So you're together. As you sit down, there are a few moments of fidgeting as you are both quite head up. You're both like, I mean, it's Mezelus especially. You're here to fucking find Valdar, and so you Orixiam, and you know he's here. Are you making a concerted effort to engage with this and to sort of wind down the adrenaline, wind down the aggro, and give this a proper chance, or are you just going to twiddle your thumbs and fidget in the armor and?
Oh no, I want revelation. If it's going to show me revelation, then I'm willing to accept it.
Okay.
Orixiam is trying everything in his power to not be the bald child and do a bomb into the swimming pool, so he is staring
Yeah.
intensely into it.
Okay.
He was told not to jump in, and all he can do, like, he's just power bombing directly.
There's a
into the
big red
center
button
of
there
it.
now.
There's a bit of a moment here
Or a
of
big red pool.
Mezelus and Orixiam returning to their childhood and daring each other to jump off the bridge into the fucking ice cold water
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know?
Don't go
That-
pick the
Okay.
fucking apples off old man Adam's trees. Like.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Right. Well, it's not long before you notice that it gets darker in here. The figures have stepped back into the shadow. You can no longer see them. The only person that stands here is Wren. Once was Wren. Apologies. And she's away to the side. And as the room itself gets darker and darker, you realize that's because the doors behind you have closed. Orixiam, as you sit there and you look at the reflection of the water, when I say water, it smells like blood. It laps the odd time quite thickly, almost as if, with your passive perception of 14, now that you're trying to take the time to focus on this and to reflect, you notice that if you've ever seen someone walk through a swimming pool, this thick liquid reacts like that in different ways, almost as if someone has just stepped in now, and you can see this thick liquid sort of ripple out, and then it will settle down and steady again until it's perfectly still, and then it will ripple again towards you or towards another set of steps, almost as if someone possibly moving through the water. You can't see anyone. But those moments where the water is still. Would you like to willingly fail a wisdom saving throw? Would you like to make a wisdom saving throw?
What? Is there any way of telling where it comes from?
It's as you focus your eyes on the stillness of this pool. You feel a connection. You can give yourself to that connection? Or are you going to resist? Your phone are rubbing their hands there.
Catch 22.
I have personal experience with these wisdom saves from different things. It's always suspicious.
See, this is what I'm trying to sneak a peek of. If it's coming from the pool, he will. But if it's coming from a corner, it's Valdar casting something.
Would you like to make a roll to try and determine where it's coming from?
Sure.
What do you think? What skill do you think you'd use to determine that?
Can I make an argument towards? Can I make an argument towards this for Orixiam and by chance, but for Mezelus afterwards as well? Is that we've actually both been divinely touched. So would we understand this as that sense?
I would need quite a high, because it's going to be different for you. I'm going to say I'm going to need a 24 on religion here. Or not, or like a nat 20, because it's different for you. It's very different for you when you get a tap on the shoulder from the Platinum Dragon, or who you think is the Platinum Dragon. And that, or sorry, who you believe is the Platinum Dragon. Sorry about all the raised eyebrows there. Hey, welcome in, Morgan.
I didn't put any eyebrows down.
That's fucking suspicious.
So, yeah, if you want to roll in that religion check, I'm happy for you to go. But this, like, things work so differently here. That sort of recognition of what the divine is here is completely alien to what it is in your faith.
Hey,
let's
game's about rolling dice.
Yeah.
Come on, dice.
2 you can do it.
Nope.
Mezelus, would you like to make the same roll?
Close.
24 religion? Or not 20?
Trick question. Same roll.
Yeah. 23.
20.
You have a boon.
You have a boon.
I have a boon. I will use my boon.
Holy shit.
Boon.
This is a connection to the divine. This is definitely. There's no trickery here. But with that 26 religion check, you, Mezelus, you get a leaden feeling in the pit of your stomach. And as Orixiam begins to connect with this, you know that what the two of you may see here may be very damaging.
To us, to our faith, to what?
Yeah, all the above. What you're being, if you manage to connect and you give yourself to this pool, you could. I mean, who knows what the Raven Queen will show you? Who knows if she'll even engage? But I mean, if things go a certain way, she might even call you.
Orixiam's crayons are sharpened. His helmet is on.
She
Let's
might
go.
even call you to her right now. This is a temple of death, after all.
Leroy Jenkins.
I love it.
Yeah, he would definitely be more hesitant than his brother, but I think if this offers him a possibility of answers, I think it's his duty to find it out.
Okay, so I mean, I think with that 26 insight, you only get answers if you ask questions. And this is a moment of connection and of vulnerability, and you know that this could be dangerous. So, what would you like to do?
As my brother said, helmet on, crayons out.
Okay. Cool. Right. Orixiam, as you sit there, your eyes kind of lose focus a little bit and you feel that chill settle on your shoulders. Your vision of the room seems to change or shift slightly as it seems like this pool begins to, maybe it's a trick of the light or the trick of the absence of light, but it begins to sort of stretch out, and you feel slightly dizzy as your senses are challenged, and as you stare into this thick red viscous liquid, you see yourself, your body torn, your life's essence pouring from it. Mud and grass, choked with blood. There are sounds, but they're too far away to hear. Sounds like the clamor of battle. And as you focus harder, you close your eyes and you blink. And your vision swims again as you realize you're not sitting down, but you're lying down. And as you raise your head, with pain shoots through your body, one of the last things you see is a younger Orixiam sitting on an obsidian stone bench, staring down at you. You reach a hand up, and as you look at the hand, it's older, it's wrinkled. It drops. You look up, and you see 5 dragon heads rear back, huge gaping razor sharp fanged maws. Can I get a wisdom saving throw, please? Thank you very much for the gifted sub, Sparkles Mandy. 13. Okay.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a magical effect or anything, is it?
You happy with the 13?
It's not a spell or a magical effect, this, is it?
What if it were? What would happen?
He gets advantage and it'll be 22.
It is a magical effect.
Oh, I think it's 22.
22. Okay, good to know.
According to the spell guard shield, unless you wish to
Okay, no, then it's a 13. Sorry, I thought this was a paladin
Right.
religious thing.
No,
Spell-
no, no, no.
Spellguard
This is an
shield?
item
No.
effect.
No, this is definitely not.
Right.
Yeah, and do because I always
Oh,
forget
okay,
you have
okay.
that. Do differentiate that from the get go because I forget. With a 13, that is a fail, but that's that's fine. You snap to it and sitting there. That was unpleasant. And if I didn't describe it well enough, you saw yourself older, about to be murdered by Tiamat herself, and the older version of you saw you looking down. Current you looking down there. Mezelus.
Yes.
As you attempt to focus on this perfectly still liquid, again, I feel like you're a little bit more practiced in the art of meditation and patience.
I probably would be over my brother, yes.
Yeah. And as you stare, it's not too long until you catch one of those moments where this liquid again is perfectly still. You find your eyes drawn to it. Again, the scene stretches out and out and out and out until you find yourself staring down at Mezelus that seems to be not much older than yourself. In fact, you see two Mezelus at a forked road. One, the road to the right leads to lush vineyards and rolling hills. The road to the left leads jagged canyons, stormy skies, and rolling thunderclouds with this malignant red hue. Red flashes of lightning thunder down. You stand behind each Mezelus, one considering the path to the right, one considering the path to the left. You see yourself from your seat. You also see yourself from your eyes as this third Mezelus looks to his left and the right, and you see your hand go down, take out a dagger, walk to the Mezelus on the left, cut its throat, blood pumps down across his armor, your father's armor that you wear now, and he drops to both knees down. And you take his place on that road into the darkness, and you begin to walk fast with purpose. Can I also get a wisdom saving throw, please?
I choose to fail it.
Choose to fail it. Okay, good to know. Outside the temple, we have Scales and we have Wren, who is currently looking at Artex, I believe, and we have Robert.
We'd actually walked towards the Arcanist District last night.
Oh, sorry, yes, of course you did.
Yeah.
So, who is heading towards the Arcanist District?
It's Wren and Scales, because as far as we know, we're the only two that can get in.
Okay, cool. Just going back to what you said in chat, this is definitely nothing to do with clones. This is definitely to do with life choices, and I think Mezelus would know that.
Okay.
Given what you've hinted at in some of the chats we've had, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're cool. And if you need any,
I know what you're at. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, as you walk toward the Arcanist District again, this let's move us over to the Arcanist District. The Arcanist District is here. There's Wren and Scales. They're going to shift ping, and again, the snow is falling heavily now. The great Arthur Strummer over here, his lute is ringing out. slightly deadened and dampened by the heavy snow now. And Wren and Scales, you are there. What are Theodore and Robert doing? I need to know.
Are you religious?
No.
Like, I mean, like, I guess we're all a little religious. It's kind of hard to ignore, but I mean, like, do you actually follow?
I am a man of science, but I was raised religious, I suppose you could say. In fact, I was thinking that if we have nowhere to stay, the Church of Ilmater does take in people very readily. And it's a comfortable enough stay, simple, but safe.
I can see why. I mean, clerics of Ilmater were quite common in the, the forces.
I wonder if we should... I think, to be perfectly blunt, I would like to visit the Church of Ilmater here.
Okay.
Just, yeah, maybe to procure somewhere to stay for us for the night, at least, until we gather our bearings.
I'm learning a lot about myself these days, so I wouldn't mind going. Maybe I'm religious.
Maybe.
I hope
I
not.
don't know if he's Ilmater. This maybe isn't the god for you. Though I wouldn't go into wherever. Like he points at the Raven Queen. I wouldn't go near that. If you paid me.
Yeah, no, I've been close to death enough in my life.
I think she'd probably be quite angry at me.
She'd
All
probably
right.
be quite pissed at me as well.
All
If I start to inch away from the temple.
Yeah, I think we'll probably just meander towards the Church of Ilmater. But you can go to the, no pressing need. You're muted?
Sorry about that. As you head towards the Church of Ilmater, which I've crudely scrawled on the map, you can see it's a very simple building. The doors are always open; they're never closed in this temple. And as you walk in, there is, it's like a busy train. And there are people that are indeed on that train, and that train to the afterlife, that are being ministered to by priests. Inside, the temple is dim, lit only by narrow windows and flickering candles. There's a scent of incense and old bandages and sickness in the air. The walls are lined with wooden reliefs depicting Ilmater's trials. His back lashed, his face serene. Pillows and mats line the floor. Yeah, a lot of religion going around. Pillows and mats line the floor. There are no pews. There's a happy dog that got a treat. Stained glass windows. Thank you. Stained glass windows. I'm going to say it again. You're right to get popcorn. Nice. Happy days. Sorry, Ron. Breaking the moment. It's all right. Kate's come up with loads of treats. Thank you. Anyway, sorry, yeah. So pillows and mats line the floor instead of pews. There are stained glass windows. They don't depict glory, but quite suffering and an act of mercy. A mother clutching her dying child, a healer lifting a leper, a chained prisoner forgiving his jailer. There are soft murmured prayers. They echo under vaulted arches, sometimes drowned out by the cries of the tortured and the beaten and the damned.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Dun, dun.
I'm glad someone got it. There are alcoves all throughout this place. Faithful pilgrims kneel on bare stone, eyes closed, sometimes with cords tied loosely around their wrists or ankles in symbolic suffering. The altar is not raised here, it's sunk into the ground, surrounded by cushions and bowls of water and cloth. And instead of offerings of gold here, the faithful leave medical supplies, and they leave handwritten prayers or tokens of luck. Behind this sunken altar there is a cracked mirror, huge. Reminds people to look at themselves honestly, without vanity, and to see the pain in others. Coming close to dusk here. This time in the winter city of Artex. The ritual of anointment is about to start. It's performed as priests wash the feet and hands of the wounded, the poor, or travellers, reenacting Ilmater's care for the world. As you walk in, you can see priests wearing simple robes of grey, often with red sashes or cords tied around their arms or their waist to signify their vows. Many bear minor scars or bruises from the penitent acts, not to show off their pain, but to share in the pain of others. And as you walk in, Theodore. One such priest approaches you. Doesn't say anything, but attempts to take off your boots, to wash your feet. How does Theodore react to this?
Oh, I think he's gonna let him, honestly. I think he's gonna let himself be led into the church, and he's gonna cast an eye to Robert and be quite. He doesn't look like exactly like himself either. He's disguised. I think his clothes would be the same. Most of his face has changed. No, his clothes will not be the same. Actually, you know what? Because of the interaction with the disguise, I think he will not allow his shoes to be taken off for fear of being just.
That's okay.
He's gonna step forward and maybe he's gonna push his friend Robert to the front.
Robert, you get this sort of sharp nudge as you are shoved forth, and this priest of Ilmater begins to, attempts to kneel down and undo your boots.
So, I mean, it feels like it's the custom here, so can I sit down at least?
Yeah, well, there are cushions on the floor.
Yeah.
This faithful doesn't sit on the cushion. They kneel on the hard stone floor, and they cross their feet behind their back, and they begin to take your boots off, and a cracked wooden bowl. There's small leaks coming from it is passed over, and they begin to wash your feet. She is young, maybe mid-20s. There's a deep scar across the face. One of the eyes is milky white. The other one's piercing green. And she's about halfway through washing her feet, and she looks up. Her eyes go wide. And she looks down again and begins to wash her feet quicker now. She seems to hurry through the act. And she says, "Please, this place is yours to rest." She gathers her.
I suck at insight now.
She gathers.
Inside check.
Inside.
What's with the? Is she nervous to see me, or is
You can ask
because of who I am, or because of who is interested?
There's only one way to find out. Yeah.
Man, I suck at these now.
Yeah. Maybe this is one of the reasons she's so frightened of you.
Insight check. Well, I mean, I don't suck at them, but I'm not fantastic.
That's a
13.
sucky insight roll. 13. You have an inspiration with 2 in the pot and a boon.
Okay, I'll use an
3 in the pot.
inspiration.
Right. 3 in the
You
pot.
suck at inside plus 10. That's not sucking.
It used to be like plus 15 or something.
It was plus 1,000,000, yeah.
No, it was just I would have advantage on them at all times, basically, as long as I don't move. 23.
23.
There you go.
With that insight check, I'm gonna say you gain more than just an insight into her. You command her attention, and her eyes that have been diverted away from you just cannot resist your charisma and your magnetism here. Well, it's not your charisma.
Oh.
She says, "You travel with ghosts."
I mean, some of the people I know would rather not be seen.
They are welcome here, of course, but they seem...
What?
There. Can you not see them? A child
Only sometimes.
and 2 men. They seem anxious to leave you. They seem irritated by you. And your mind is drawn back to the phantom rogues that had been communicating with you.
I suppose I've been a bit quiet towards them for a moment.
They're waiting for you to let them go. But not before you let the older you go. He can't enter for some reason.
Oh, one is standing at the door?
She raises her hand and just holds it right close to your forehead and arches an eyebrow as if to say, "Can I touch you?"
My hand hovers to my waist.
Her hand connects with your forehead, and in this holy place, your eyes are opened and you see these 3 figures now. One a child, one a man in his 30s. Garish wound in his throat. Looks like something just animalistic sunk its jaws around it. This unfortunate's neck and ripped everything out. An older man looks to have... seems to be just his hand clutching his chest all the time. Suggests maybe he died of natural causes. But as she directs you and your eyes to the doors here to the Temple of Ilmater, you see the Robert. A soaked Robert. A younger Robert. The Robert that died in the Carver Witch's basement. And she says, "You need to let him go. And you need to let them go. Before you can move on." She finishes washing your feet. You blink. Theodore. Yeah?
Well, there's some religion for you.
I will say, for the people I need to protect, there's no part of myself that I'm not willing to part with. And I will attempt. You can tell me how this works and if it doesn't work. But I will draw a ghostly dagger and fluck it at Wet Robert.
It passes through. There are some exclamations of shock and worry and fear from the gathered flock. She has turned away from you to tend to someone else, and she looks over her shoulder and she says, "Not like that. You need to just allow him to leave. Allow yourself to move on."
I guess I don't know how.
She's quite literally just telling you to go and speak to him.
Do some inner work.
Well,
He's standing there, and you remember being this person. You remember climbing hand over hand up that wooden and mud-soaked chimney or tunnel. The water rising, the carved witch, her horrifically long nails and these terrible scars, rune-like scars all over her body. You're climbing up, and this was in the resurrection ritual when you were dead, and you could hear the voices of your friends up at the top of this tunnel, and where you could see the light. The water was rising up beneath you. You were climbing as fast as you could, because you knew only one thing: it was good in the light, it was bad in the dark. And as you climbed, you could see the carved witch's claws. And as she climbed and climbed and climbed, you climbed faster until you felt her long nails pierce your stomach and your waist and wrap then her arms around your shoulders. And you came back, but she came with you. And you can see that Robert now at the door of the church. These terrible wounds, lifeless eyes, hair soaked, body soaked. Its head kind of rises up to you and looks. Milky white eyes. There's a slight crinkle in the forehead, just above the nose, as in someone saying, "Please."
I'm sorry I made you come back with me. But,
This guy,
I don't...
it was you up until very recently, until things changed.
I don't really need you anymore.
The head droops. The body language.
You can rest now.
Body drops to the floor with a wet, sickening thud. Only you, the acolyte, can see it. You look around, you see the three people. The older man, the middle-aged man, and the child. Expressions of happiness on their face as they begin to just walk and dissolve into nothing. Your body, your old body is still there though. You see someone walk in from the street, walking through it. It doesn't seem to have gone anywhere. For the impressions we make on this world are the result of who we were. And that can never be erased. And so, forevermore, every time you walk past the Temple of Ilmater, you will see this dead Robert. You will be the only one that will see it. But you now have all of the effects of the Phantom Rogue subclass. If you didn't already. Theodore, why are you here?
Okay, so he's watched this exchange and like Robert's revelation and ghost epiphany. Of course, he can't see anything happening with something of like almost surprise. And then when this passes and Robert kind of comes back to himself or whatever, he's going to kind of gesture for them to sit down on one of the beds or benches and kind of wait for dusk to fall and kind of wait for the people to start falling asleep and the priests and the nuns to sort of get, you know, maybe start only having like the night watch on or whatever. And he's gonna say, as this goes on, he's not gonna wait until this happens and then talk to Robert, but he's just gonna sit and he's gonna say, you know, that actually was rather surprising. I didn't actually expect for this place to truly have some connotation to the god they claim. That was interesting to watch.
I mean, why wouldn't it? It's just a typical temple now. Don't they all actually have a link of some kind?
They do. I'm going to ask you if you would like to help me with a specific thing, as I've decided to throw my lot in with you. It's to do with this Valdar man, who, other than him capturing me and dragging me up a mountain, I didn't really give a shit about.
Just a question, Dave. How do the people around us react to, you know?
Well, that's why I just rolled a dice.
Whispering.
Okay. Give me that mic and whisper.
I'm not just saying
Stage
it,
whisper.
I am not treasonous in the central park of a main temple like some people. I'm silently treasonous.
Yeah, like
I'm trying to find one of those. Oh, do you know what I'm doing, Dave?
Yeah,
David?
what are you doing? Okay,
David?
David. Only my mom and Derek Mooney call me David.
This is a little bit. I'm going to find one of those rooms I know this temple has.
Okay,
Where
I'm gonna pull it up here. The Hall of Quiet Mercy.
Yes.
No, sorry, the Wailing Stone, a smooth black monolith in the side chamber where people are encouraged to cry, scream, or pray aloud. The stone absorbs sound magically, offering privacy even in a public place.
Yeah. So when Roberts finishes, I'm going to pull him into one of those rooms, or the room wherever that is. I'm going to start having this conversation with him.
Okay.
In like on the other side of the stone. So if anything that we speak together we can hear, but anyone coming in might be absorbed by the stone.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I know I was so excited to use that as well. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I forgot about it. Sorry for using your given full scary name.
That's alright. Only my mom used it really when she's annoyed at me. Damn it!
Daniel and me. So I think so that's where we're having this conversation. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did tell you, I don't remember, you were not quite in your right mind when this occurred. But Valdar did contact me recently. And
Which one?
I don't know. I don't know. It's the same man, surely. They're both Valdar. Cloning is so passé. But the thing is, he suggested that though he did not need my help, as he once did, he did have someone I am quite close to, and he was going to use them for his own gain, whatever game that might be. I know what the game is. So I was wondering if you'd like to come with me on an expedition to see if what he says is true. We're not going to leave this building.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, when there are a few more people asleep, I'm going to suggest that we break into the actual church behind this one. And then we shall try to find the person that Valdar says they are using to search for the padlock key.
I'm not entirely against breaking into a church. Though I feel I should add, I don't want to give you like a false idea of my capabilities. I'm not very good at breaking into places.
Neither am I.
So are you, sorry, just to be clear, are you talking about breaking into the other part of this temple?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm happy to help in whatever way I can. I'm just I'm terrible at picking locks, and I'm not really good at stealth either. I mean, I'm okay at it, but... And he gestures to his... I believe I'm wearing... Yeah, I'm wearing half-plate, which I think gives disadvantage on stealth.
I'm also wearing half-plate.
Yes, so... Unless you have some kind of way to make us better at this, I feel like...
I think some of the keys may be the same. And I have the keys. Unless they've changed the locks. But...
So what you're suggesting is that instead of breaking in, we try to blend in?
Yes. I have disguise.
I don't.
Keep going. I should be back in 1 second. Sorry, the dog is getting antsy.
I mean, you have your ring of invisibility, if you're forgetting.
Oh, yes, of course, thank you. I can go invisible.
Okay, that'll help.
Okay.
And I have... I'm just going to pull up my thing because I want to double check because I get confused.
I think you have a hat of disguise, if that's what we're thinking of.
I do have a hat of disguise on right now. I just was wondering if any of my actual...
I could take my clothes off, like my armor off, before we go inside, but I would prefer to keep it on in case I need it.
Get invisible and naked.
Yeah, I think...
Theodore suddenly stops, Robert bumps into them like, ugh.
Turn around, I can only go invisible when you're not looking.
you just hear the flapping of bare feet across the flagstone decision running about.
Yeah.
That's so not the slapping of bare feet you can hear.
I smell book material.
Okay, so where are we? Are you guys going to? Are you thinking of attempting this right now?
I
Or
was
is that
gonna
something
like
you wanna
we
plan?
can jump away and jump back. I don't
No.
know because it's just like if something he wants to check. I don't think it would be wise to bring the whole gang in here and like charge in. It does have to be kind of a sneaky affair. Talking about the sneaky people, but like.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, I am going to shift away to Wren and Stimpy. No, sorry, Scales.
Yeah, the least stealthy person you don't want to bring on this heist.
So as you stand outside the Arcanist District, this heavy snow now, just drifting down lazily. Wren, you can see again, and Scales, this thick wall of fog that surrounds the Arcanist District now. Anyone who walks in just seems to find themselves walking right back out from where they entered. But you know better, Wren. You now have access to this place. What are we doing?
So, yeah, Miranda's gonna like look at Scales and be like, stay close and try keep going in a straight line, and hopefully we'll both end up in there. If not,
Shouldn't we knock first? Isn't it polite to announce ourselves?
Scales, how do you knock on a fog wall?
You just do this, and he kind of like he knocks the fog. Like his hand goes through it and everything, but he's like, "Hello."
Scales, roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
No, I roll one to see what's happening.
Six.
That'd be
yes.
a
Your
six.
your hand goes through the fog.
Yeah. But that's all Scales does. He's just like, you know, knocking or making a motion of knocking on the fog while he says hello.
Nothing happens, but I mean, if you wish to hold on to Wren's hand, he can certainly bring you in.
Yeah, Miranda's just gonna like grab Scales by the wrist and be like, "Follow me," and he just walks in.
As you walk through now, that sense of cold begins to leave you. As you again make your way into the Arcanist District. It is still quite chilly here. These wonderful buildings are all I have everyone's tokens here so you guys can see what's going on. These wonderful majestic buildings all seem to be just dappled and draped with snow. This small lake over here is frozen now, and you can see there are some what looks like small goblins with these little ice skates on, and they're sort of skating around the place. And look, lads! Oh no!
Boothby.
Look who's there! Hold on till I just fucking delete that motherfucker. Okay, cool.
Oh! We've been in the district all along.
Okay, take away his inspiration. That is a fucking disgrace.
Let me just see. Where are Wren? So Wren's over here. I'm going to shift ping. Where is? Do you know? I'm just going to drag a Scales in here.
Well, that's pretty much where Wren is heading. That's the bar. So
yeah. There we go, Scales. Okay, so we'll shift ping. And as you make your way over, yep.
Just following Wren, like he's.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Wren, you get a couple of nods from the people that are walking around the Arcanist District. They've kind of recognized you in here a couple of times now. No conversations, no sort of.
Wren's kind of walking with
no
the purpose.
attractions.
He's like, well, obviously he doesn't know the reasoning behind why the Page did what they did with Scales' memories. He has twigged it's them, and he's pissed off, but he's not in a piss off in the sense that he's angry. Like he's more so just like, what the fuck? I want to understand why this has happened, because you need to have a reason, otherwise there's a problem.
Okay.
So he will say to Scales, as they're kind of walking, just very hushed tones under his voice, and he'll be like, when we get in here, just be careful. You know, powerful wizards, just don't do anything that will get us in trouble.
Cool. And as you walk up to this weird higgledy-piggledy bar, you can see there is a new sign at the front, and it looks like two arse cheeks made of wood, and it's called, the sign now says the Pimply Posterior. And as you it's been renamed, and as you walk in you can see, but it is still the same inside. It's very higgledy-piggledy. You walk in, it's 2 steps down, there's a small sort of bit of floor, and then there's 3 steps up, and there's a sort of a like almost like a cloakroom attendant there, and she's a halfling woman, and she says, all right, Oh, it's you.
Yeah, I'm looking to meet with.
Looking to meet with who?
I swear, I keep losing where I have his name in my notes.
Odran.
Odran, yeah. And it was odd something, but I didn't want to get the thing wrong.
Odd job.
Yeah, I'm looking to meet with Odran, and yeah.
I cheated jail in here. Yeah, well, he's just down there.
Yeah.
Ah, there you are. Your
Odran.
Scales, right?
Yeah.
Scales remembers.
Yep. Or you went on a magic carpet ride?
I did. It
Yeah.
it was an excellent magic carpet ride.
Yeah. You look quite a bit less happy than you did then. Anyway, he's right down there. Strange enough, he's by himself. So.
Yeah. Randall kind of nod to the attendants and kind of just walk up towards Odran.
Again, so you walk in, you go down the stairs.
Yep. 2
steps, floor up 3, and there is only there's a door to your left, but you have to take it right.
Yeah.
And it's up a couple of steps. There's a sort of an alcove to the right, that leads to a snug. There's a turn down 2 steps to the left that leads to this sort of large gaming area. It's just some sort of pool tables and snooker tables and things like that. And then you go up. So it is very, very higgledy-piggledy.
Yeah.
And you walk up and you see Odran. He's there. He's got a large glass of brandy sitting on the table, and he's kind of just sitting there.
Dave, this is a different bar than the tavern I would have met him at the first time,
Nope.
is it?
Nope.
I thought I met him here. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, so-
Sorry. Yeah. I'll just move you. I wasn't even looking at where your tokens were. Sorry.
So,
But I've described the same bar though.
Does it look very much the same on the inside? Just
Yes.
different name? Okay.
Yes.
yeah. So Randall kind of seeing that Odran is still asleep at the table, he'll order a drink for himself and Scales first. So Randall just gets a whiskey and whatever. Scales usually drinks ale, right? Yeah. So he'll order one of those, and then another one of whatever Odran has, just for the table. He'll go.
Hi, Odran.
Hello. Oh, it's you, Scales.
Hey.
Scales. What are you
Yeah.
doing back here?
Well, Wren has some
Wren.
questions.
What do you want?
Well, first I'd like an explanation as to why you modified Scales' memory.
I'm sorry. The snug that you're in darkened. And
He actually,
very, very Gandalf vibes he seems to grow.
yeah.
And he says, he sees he sort of becomes more intimidating, and
Okay.
he looks over to you and he goes, I would watch your tone if I were you, Wren.
I don't mean disrespect by that, Odran. It's just
The way you
Yes,
spoke.
it's been a
You've
very
spoken to me like that in a long time.
well. I apologize for my tone, but it's been a very
You'll get-
stressful few
You'll
days.
get a bag of coal in midwinter.
All right.
The midwinter festival, if you're not careful. Molten coal. Now, let's try it again. Rephrase the question.
I'd like to understand
Hmm?
why what was done to Scales was done to Scales.
Scales asked for it.
Yeah, he offered, and I said, yeah.
I offered Scales. And
Right.
said, would you like
Well,
to remember? Scales said,
obviously-
yes, I'd like to remember. And we helped Scales remember. And then
Okay.
I said to Scales, is this a burden you want to carry? Or would you like to forget for a while? And Scales chose to forget. It seems something has happened in the interim.
something serious has happened in the interim.
I remember now.
Yeah, I've seen to that, and
So, is that all?
no,
Mhm.
I mean, you're aware of the stowaway issue.
What's so?
I don't want to say his name.
Oh, that fellow. Yes. Right.
I need help preventing him from acting through me. He cast some sort of spell on Scales through me as a focus.
Oh,
I can't have that happen again.
I see.
And that's outside of my magical purview.
Well, I see. It's what would you like us to do?
Well, you're the experts. I mean, you're
Reverse your poor decisions?
Not reverse per se. I mean, the damage is done, but
You are talking about a lich here.
I am.
An archlich. One of the most powerful, malevolent forces ever to set foot on the continent of Sopherone. Lich better have my money.
And if I'm to help you act against them, I need them off my back.
I see.
Look, I've, to my knowledge, some of the greatest
You
minds.
speak as if this is something I know how to do.
I not as you know how to do, but as to my knowledge, some of the greatest arcane minds in all of Sopherone are here. Where else could I go to help if not the College of Archons? And I don't think I'd be welcome.
You certainly wouldn't. There might be one way.
I'm all ears.
1 second. Well, there may be one way. We could kill you
Resurrect me?
and bring you straight back.
If it'll help. I've had the idea myself, but
But wait, Wren, why would they kill you and bring you back? What difference would that make?
It may sever the connection,
may or
Scales.
may not sever the connection.
But the question is, how long? How long should we wait before we resurrect him? How long should that line remain flat?
So to reconnect when I'm resurrected, is that what you're saying? Or...
Well, if one dies, most of the severed connection, most of the connections that are linked between you and whatever creatures are there, in theory, should break. If we resurrect you too quickly, or revivify you too quickly, then...
So you're saying I'm going to need enough time to enter the queue?
Yes.
You're talking minutes, hours, days?
Time loses all sense of meaning in these situations, but...
You don't have a time wizard around that would know better,
You would
do you?
have to give us some sort of sign. This is not something we can do right now,
No,
but it is
assume not.
something we can certainly look at. But you would need the support of your companions that love you. They do love you, don't they?
Rembrandt just looks at Scales.
And Scales, when he said this, Scales will have been like doing a thing where he kind of nudges you, and then he's like, "Yeah, got it, yeah."
We got it. I think they'll support me. I mean, they want this lich gone as much as I do.
Maybe not Mezelus or Orixiam.
Oh, why is that?
They're just...
They don't like that you did the deal thing.
Yeah, they don't like the fact that they did the agreement. And you know yourself, those divine magic types, they have that weird kind of...
Out of the mouths of babes.
disrespect towards Arcane. They don't get us. Magic's handed to them, And Wren is like clearly joking.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Odran looks at you, Scales, and says, tell me more. Why do you think they don't like him?
Because he makes deals. And
A deal.
Deals?
A deal.
Are we into the plural here?
No.
well, they've definitely given out to you about deals a couple of times, and they didn't like my bridge, and they're very they're very firm about what they think. And like, if they think somebody needs to die, then they'll kill that person. And if they think you shouldn't make a deal, then you shouldn't make a deal. So they maybe wouldn't be the best people to be.
Are you trying to say they're more rigid because it's the rigidity of their not talking to you, I'm talking to Scales. It's due to the rigidity of their thinking more than their actual feelings for Wren, because this will be important.
Well,
It will be a group effort to
Orixiam-
help pull Wren back from the brink.
Orixiam does like to, draw funny things on your face and stuff. And
Right.
Mezelus is maybe the more bossy.
Well, we would
He's
need
a nice
4
guy.
for this ritual. 4.
Well, we've got me, and we've
Yes.
got Robert, and we've
Robert? So Robert, you think loves Wren?
I'm Robert's back. I'd like to
Yes,
think we
well.
get along.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
He's
who
our friend.
else do you think would care for Wren deeply that they would help pull him back from the brink? Who else have we got?
Well, no, Mezelus would, because
Okay,
he cares a
Mezelus,
lot.
that's 3.
Yeah.
So it's all right. Robert, Mezelus,
And like I said, Orixiam likes to make fun of your ear. And
You?
stuff. And me, yeah.
okay, that's 3. Yeah, that was the one I thought you would lead with, but okay.
Oh, well, I thought that was just a given.
I mean, we're given many things in this life. Well, the truth is not often one of them. But anyway, who would be your 4th? Do you think?
I
Wren?
mean,
That's 4. There's a
Scales, Robert, Mezelus.
an Orixiam. If it's
Oh,
not
Orixiam.
about
Okay, excellent,
I think
excellent.
push come to shove, Orixiam would, but we have our disagreements. But I think, deep down we have
I
each
mean,
other's backs.
if we could find Jaden, but sometimes he was mad at you too.
He just didn't like when I burned things.
Yeah.
Right, well,
But, if
that's
anyone
your
else
answer.
teaches,
That's
man,
the only thing I know how to do.
I mean,
Um,
if you think it'll work, I'm willing to take
I
the risk.
don't know if it'll work.
Worst comes to worst, you bring me back, and then we need to find another method. I'm not afraid to die.
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can't bring you back. That's what the worst case scenario, and this is. You die, dead, dead, dead.
Well, then I fuck up his plans in some way.
Right. Well, it's the best thing I can offer you. The only thing I can think of, short
No,
of
man.
finding all 3 parts of the phylactery,
Well,
bringing them together, becoming the new Galasar, killing the old Galasar, and then becoming a benevolent lich to save the world who has nothing in his mind and cold undead heart than the betterment of all of the humanoid races. And the non-ones, and the non-humanoid races. So, but that's the other option.
I mean, living forever, as a wizard is pretty invaluable. Let me continue my research, but
Yes.
I don't know if I want to be a lich.
No.
Tends to involve a lot of murder.
Benevolent.
Yeah, don't do that.
Benevolent Cumberbatch.
And then, second question. I mean, this is more of a question than a request, if anything.
Request away!
We need to get into, is it the Castle District?
Let me just change the map here. Yes, it's the castle. I made this map. It's the Castle District.
Okay, then. Yeah, we need to intervene with the Spectre and Jesper.
He's been wandering around these parts.
Well,
I mean, in the Arcanist District.
I know.
Okay, good.
I need to lay him to rest. That's first on my priority list. That's
To and two groups of two people walk in and up and down the stairs, and they sit down. And he says, well, I need to go and find a book. Just give me one. I have an idea. I might. And he wanders off. And
Can I get the vibe of these people that I'm sat in?
yeah, they're not in your thing. They're so you're in a little snug here, and as you walk out of your snug, the corridor continues up and down back the way you came to get in. There's another snug over here, so it's kind of up further. So like you'd have to kind of like look down and look up to see them, and then have to look down at you.
Okay, so they'd see me.
You certainly can't see you.
No, I don't want to be inspectors. It was just more.
You can hear them chatting away. And I cast a magic missile, and I missed. How did you miss? I don't know. And
Ryan, because he has like obviously the better hearing thanks to the ear. You kind of when he hears that, he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. And it's at that point that one of them gets up to go for drinks and just walks down the stairs and stops and just looks at you and Scales, eyes wide.
Insight.
Do we recognize them?
Yeah.
They are. So this person is mid-20s, ill-fitting wizard robes with like moons and stars on them. They kind of look like their mom made them wizard robes. But they look to be. I mean, if they were them, they would look to be proud. But you can see their eyes are wide, the jaws slack, and through the mouth. There you are. The voice of Lan, the Spectre.
Little brother.
And they snap out of it. And they go, oh, what would you like? And a young girl, 18, 19, walks down, and the person touches her on the shoulder. I'd like to kill that one. As a spectre jumps from that body to this body. And then she reaches her hand, it extends, touches the knee of the person in the snug.
That's where.
I think we'd all feast on him. And then they all snap. And then... What are you staring at?
Multiple voices, Dave. Different. Did that sound like multiple different voices?
It sounded like the spectre through each one of them.
Okay, that's what. When you said "we," that's what threw me off.
What I'm getting at is the spectre can jump through bodies.
Okay. Could I throw? I'm just gonna not even ritually cast. Just Wren just kind of closes his eyes and then they flash gold as he casts detect magic, and just you know.
You are fucking blinded. This whole place radiates magic.
Yeah, no, he expected that, but like obviously after a second he'll be able to, because he can see the skulls, so he's just looking for any leftover traces of magic on these people that from the spectre, like necromancy, essentially.
You give me an Arcana check with your detect magic to see if there's any residual stuff. Let's see we go with that. Oh, that is a natural 1 for a 9, big man. Would you like to use it? Yeah, I thought so.
That's an important roll. The dice on my screen shows a 20, which is what's so annoying.
Well, I know I see a 2 and a 1. Follower
17.
Goal met 640 followers. Thank you very much. Who followed?
Great British Tea Goblin.
Great British Tea Goblin. Excellent. Thank you very much. You're welcome in. Yeah. Guys, is it like what is it? Is it breakfast tea? Is it Earl Grey tea? What are we talking here? Great British Tea Goblin. The stream is on pause until we hear what kind of tea you like.
Actually, Dave, Mott's going to throw a bit on that as well, just to bump it up a bit to a better number. So,
well, 17 plus
21.
It's 21. Yeah, TT, excellent. Tea trio. As you there's hints of necromantic magic here. On all of them that the spectre has passed through. You do feel that there is no more necromantic energy in this room, as it was almost.
He's gone. That's where I was going.
Well, for now, he's just gone. Just to it was more of a hello and a look what I can do.
Cool. Did Scales? I assume Scales heard all that as well.
Scales just stood there and watched.
Or was that like kind of only Wren could see it? Is what I'm asking.
Well, I assume the dude talked out loud.
Oh,
Yeah.
everyone heard that.
Well, Scales, I was going to introduce you to my brother, but it seems he's fucked off. That's the one we're gonna kill. Not the...
This guy.
No, not this guy, the Spectre. No. The fake.
You're okay. That. But are we gonna have to kill the person that he's in when we find him?
They're all sort of going down, doing their own thing now, getting
Hopefully
drinks
not.
and coming back.
And with that,
how did you
Wren,
miss with a magic missile? I need to hear this. And then another one was like, I think you weren't truly aiming at the thing you wanted to hit anyway. Maybe the inner you had a different target in mind. That's fascinating. Maybe
Did you
magic
close your
missile
eyes?
spell could be some sort of truth serum. Whereas
Maybe it's
only you need to be sure in your convictions. So, well, dear sir, I'm partial to a little Earl Grey, but it depends on what can be pilfered from the backpacks of unsuspecting adventures. Great answer. Great answer. You are very welcome in here. We have an Earl Grey goblin behind us here. Yeah, excellent.
Gee, oh great.
That,
I was going to say, I need to ask
banging.
him, is it English or breakfast that he prefers, though?
Is there a breakfast Earl Grey or an English? Are there?
There's breakfast tea and then there's
There's
English tea.
breakfast tea and then there's an English tea. It's two different
Yeah,
ones.
well, they just said Earl. They're partial to a little Earl Grey, but there's also Lady Grey tea as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean English breakfast tea. But look, you're talking to Irish people here.
Patrick Stewart just says Earl Grey hot. Which one is he drinking? Jesus.
He hates
Tea,
it.
Earl Grey, hot, and he hates it.
Earl Grey. Yeah, he's right, Tommy. He hates it.
Anyway, so we're back to the thing here. What the fuck was I talking about?
Magic missiles missing.
Magic missiles missing. Okay, great. And at that point, you see Odran sort of wander back. Yes, I found my book. No, it could be painful. I'm going to need a day or two to read up on this. But
I'm no stranger to pain.
For the getting into the castle or for the killing Wren and then...
no, the killing Red, of course.
Oh.
But you want to get into the castle. I mean, we'd probably forge you some documents.
That'll be ideal. I mean, we need to just... look,
You're all going to need disguises.
Well, I gave my hat away.
More for those
Do you have a scroll of seeming that I could borrow?
What?
Do you have a scroll of seeming I could borrow?
I mean, we could probably we kit you out of something, but I mean, why do you need to get into the castle district?
Because we need to stop the Spectre. He's
Right,
going for...
Spectre's been seen around these parts. Just stop him now. Here.
He was just
He
here
was just
though.
here,
so-
but
What?
he's not in his actual form. So...
I'm sorry. What? He
Yeah,
was
he
just
just-
here,
He just said something about devouring me. I'm kind of used to it at this stage. I'm just...
devouring.
But if he was here, do we need to go to the castle at all?
Maybe.
Let the Spectre kill me, is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
No.
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 Right.
Isn't one type of death at any type of death?
Yeah.
Not so.
But I think leaving that undead creature that is, my brother's soul kicking about is a...
Maybe
Not
he'll,
really
he'll
something
be
I'm happy.
put to rest after he murders you.
Maybe it'll be put to rest after I disintegrate the corpse he's in.
You possibly.
What if he's not in a corpse though? Because that guy wasn't a corpse and that other lady wasn't a corpse.
Force magic doesn't discriminate.
Why are you looking at me over there, talking about corpses and looking at
Mind
me?
your business.
What? All right.
Also, did you have your eyes closed when you were doing the magic missile?
Doesn't matter.
What? You just told me to mind my business, and now you're asking about magic. No, we've got a fantastic theory that if
Because
So-
sometimes if I hit something with a hammer, but I have
Right.
my eyes closed, I don't hit it. It's important not to close your eyes.
no, I usually have my eyes open, but it's just I missed that time. But
It's
I
not
think it's
possible.
because I really wanted to hit someone else. So I fucking
But
hate it.
that's exactly what it would do. It it hits the target you want to hit. That's how the spell works.
I missed both of them though. Phew.
But then you're just a shit wizard.
Right.
They'll miss. Not mine though.
What's your name? And you can see he's like in a sort of it looks like he's got his wizard outfit from Wish. It's all this sort of leather straps with like these like scroll tubes down like a bandolier. He's got like this sort of this black bandana, and he's got like this sort of high ponytail that it goes down under, and long black hair down to just past his back. He's got some give me, what's your passive perception?
Is this a audio or visual passive thing?
This is a visual.
Okay, it's 13.
13. Would you like to make a perception check?
Yep.
It's a wizard. DC for this is 10.
Perception.
Did you guys' hours move again?
Yes.
Are you are you into like 1 o'clock in the morning or something?
No, it's only just after midnight.
Okay.
It's 10 here, so I think we're 2 hours behind you.
Yeah, we're 2 hours here in. Do you need to head off?
Kind of.
Yeah, well,
But I can stay for another 20
Well,
minutes.
we can flip back to you and Theodore, and then you can bop off.
My
If that's cool. Your perception check is 20. He has those. He has what looks like full sleeve tattoos, but as you look closer, they are the very thin material that look like the long arm socks.
Yeah.
That you would put on. He looks at first glance badass, but on second glance, he stands up and he pulls a wand out and he goes,
If you're gonna point that wand, you better make sure you're aiming to kill, buddy. I would like to make an intimidation check with that.
"Okay."
And Wren is sat like he's not afraid.
Okay.
at
Well,
all.
I would imagine if we're gonna go intimidation, you're gonna add your Arcana modifier here.
Yeah.
Rather than your charisma.
Yeah, so Ren's eyes just kind of flare with that golden energy.
That's fine.
I'll just roll Arcana because it's the same.
Yeah.
It's 19.
19. Okay.
It would be nice if you guys could not be in a wand measuring contest.
Bran is not producing his wand.
He's got a +5 on this. Okay.
Yeah.
17.
I win.
It's Bob.
He's boom.
Oh, hold on. 12. What do you got? You could get onto. Yeah, no, I'm gonna save me as well. So Renotica, he gives you these dagger eyes and he goes, "People only call me a shit wizard once, then they die."
You're a shit wizard.
Twice.
Yeah.
Odran stands up and he goes, No, whateve no bushwhackery in this establishment here. The pimpled posterior.
What's with the name change?
What?
Why'd they change the name?
It's always been the pimpled posterior.
Was it? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Don't worry.
Alright. Okay, I got you.
It's okay. It's okay. Pats you on the shoulder. You two, back to your drinks. And he flips open a book. The smell of must and age and library is strong now as the pages flick. Let's start the beginning. It's a very good place to start. And we move back to the Temple of Ilmater, and then I'm going to move back to the Temple of the Raven Queen. What's happening, guys?
I believe we're waiting for this for it to get dark and quiet so we
It
can
is dark
make
and
it to
quiet.
Yeah. I think that when it starts to get quiet and everyone seems to be sleeping around them,
Now, what I will say is, in this temple, there is no go to sleep time.
yeah, I know there's people up
have-
and about.
There are people up, and there are people like dealing with like chronic pain, grievous wounds, that would love nothing more than to go to sleep, but they can't because the pain is keeping them awake. And there are people that are just dealing with psychological issues and stuff. So it is a minefield and a minefield of of sort of folks that are awake and asleep. But so now that we've set the scene, how are you going to negotiate that? How are you going to navigate that?
Hold on, I'm just having a quick look at this thing I have here. La 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 la.
Do you want to say no? Always say no. There you go.
Okay, I think
Hello,
that.
Frisky.
Say no, look. There.
Look at her. The best
Best
girl.
girl. The old granny. She's 11. You're 11, aren't you? Lie down. Good girl. Sorry.
I think when Robert puts his ring of invisibility on, is there a rule to how the hat of disguise can be used? Is it like a once per day
let's
thing?
look it up. Hat of a disguise. Boop. So these are the 2014 rules. While wearing this hat, you can use an action to cast the disguise spell, the disguise self spell from it at will. So you can do it as much as you want.
As much as I want. Cool.
What's going to happen here? Hey, lie down.
So,
Thank you.
I think while they're still in the main area, he's going to use the hat of disguise to make him appear as if he's wearing like a long cloak with the traditional vestments of like the priests and stuff.
The red sash around the waist.
Yeah, and like
tied around the arms, Ultimate Warrior style. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, but like hooded or not, maybe just like very,
Okay.
so people wouldn't bother them. And he's going to go to the back of the church where he knows. Maybe I'm not sure how situated, how secretive this next part would be.
Well, this is your backstory, so why don't you tell us? And how did Theodore used to access this place?
I think
Was it through here?
No, Theodore usually. I think there's a different way to get in here. So he's a little bit. He would not have often come to the church area, but he knows that there's like doors to the back of the church where the clergy would live, but there's like tapestries on the walls, and he knows pulling back one of those tapestries and accessing maybe like a hidden stone would reveal the doors that he needs to take to go down into the actual facility, the secondary temple, if you will. So or something like that. I think it has to be out of the way.
Use of the word temple. But yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Research facility. So I think it's beyond the doors where definitely the public would not see it, but someone of the clergy might be able to see them if they went in. So it's
Robert going with. Cool.
Ring of invisibility on, because I can't disguise self.
Ring of invisibility on. So are we going to? I guess you're trying to hide in plain sight here.
Hiding in plain sight. He's also, just before they go, he's going to dig up one of his gross, icky vials and drink that down. And it's going to be.
What is that?
It's called alluring, and it's your skin and voice become malleable, allowing you to enhance your appearance and your presence. You have advantage on charisma checks. And advantage on initiative
Motherfucker
rolls.
knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah, so you're gonna get that like sheen, that like ripple of skin, very visual, like kind of like SFX, kind of like looks like putty for a second, and then settle back down into features. And then once they start down this staircase, he is going to once again.
Oh, we're not there yet.
Oops.
We're not there
okay,
yet.
Go ahead.
So yeah. So what we have here is I'm going to give you both advantage on the stealth check. This is not like a make or break. I just want to see how well this goes.
We both have disadvantage, so it would just be a straight roll.
Oh yeah, because you're both wearing heavy armor, right?
Yeah.
Half plate.
Half plate.
Okay, yeah.
Medium armor.
Medium armor, yeah. So let's just get 2 stealth checks and see how we're going.
Okay. Woo.
Don't forget you have boons and there's 3 inspos in the pot. If you feel this is an important enough roll. That's a 4 and a 25.
I will be re-rolling.
Sweet baby Jesus. Okay, you want to re-roll?
I'm gonna re-roll. Oof.
That's a 10. Okay, so Kiva, Theodore is this. Oh, you just got a boon.
Oh, thank you.
You have a boon anyway. You can a 10 is a 10. I mean, if you feel like a D4 might have any effect, you can certainly use
I
your.
feel like I'm gonna save it. I should really have saved because I don't feel at this point it's gonna be too fucking bad.
So, Robert, this hiding in plain sight. Just one sec. Hey, you need to lie down. Good girl. Good girl. Lie down. Lie down. Thank you. Robert, Theodore, as you're hiding in plain sight is fine, but it's not about how you look, it's about how you react. You stand on someone's leg that is currently sort of wrapped up for gangrene and is about to be sort of amputated the next day. They howl out, and it's your split-second reaction is one of irritation at their because other people's suffering is annoying, and that is not what a priest of Ilmater or Ilmater does. And so there are a few raised eyebrows, but this is for something else. So no one stands up and goes, "Hey, you shouldn't go there." But it's quietly noted in the DM's pad, so to speak. And as you make your way, then maybe giving you another 2 minutes till people sort of settle down, that idiot stops whinging. You make it to this heavy carpet hanging down the wall, and you look around. The candles are burning low now. This door that's always open, because there's no breeze with a heavy snow falling, it almost seems like there's no sound outside. The only sound you can hear is a sort of gentle wailing and moaning of people who are in terrible pain, and snores of those who have been lucky enough to find sleep. You look around. Now's the time. You have the key. Are you gonna do it?
Yes.
You slip behind that heavy carpet. You fumble with the key. How many keys are on this ring? Just the one, or are there several?
I don't know if... I know there's definitely one for his office.
Okay.
I think probably just the office and maybe the front door, or whatever he needed to get through.
Slide that front door key, which also works for this lock. You can see some dust as that seam between the concrete is released, and the door pushes a little bit. You press your shoulder to it. The door swings in. There's an echo and reverberation. You don't remember. Robert. Theodore, do you step in?
I guess.
As you step in, you see that familiar 10-foot corridor that leads to a spiral staircase, a sort of arcing staircase going down. Give me a history check.
History check?
Yes, please.
Okay. Where are we? Here we go.
Hey, lie down.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was enough. There used to be portraits here. There were portraits of Galasar, the young man. There were portraits of Galasar as a middle-aged man. There were portraits of Galasar as an old man. They're not here anymore.
I'm not sure if anyone is here anymore.
I hope not. This is a strange place to have in a temple so far.
Yes. Gonna start
is
off
like
down the corridor.
As you head down the corridor, your boots clack down these steps. Down, until you reach the first lower landing. Where
I
sick
told you I
were
was
taken.
sorry.
The lower landing where the sick were taken. So this was the place where the sick were taken and experimented on. This is the first landing. And as you push that door open, there are all those metal trolleys there. There are still racks for the belongings. But you who are so acquainted with blood, so tied to the Sanguine Order, I don't even need a roll. As you look at the dried blood of some of these trolleys, weeks old.
Robert, I don't think we need to be very cautious. I'm pretty sure this is an empty nest.
Well, I'm okay.
But,
You know your office is one more landing down. The end of the corridor.
as we go down, I will just be talking. I just sort of want to say, suppose it's quite clear at this point, though I shall make it even more so, that the church at the front of this building is not, in fact, an actual representation of the god that most of this building is dedicated to. That's why it was so surprising when there was an apparent religious experience for you earlier that was not, in fact, tied to...
I wouldn't say it was a religious experience. I would more say it was a spiritual experience, but...
Can I get another history check from Theodore?
Sure, la la la. Oh, 50. Oh, 20.
Now that you think of it, none of our priests in this temple are ones you recognize.
I was going to ask that earlier. I think this actually may be genuinely becoming a Church of Ilmater, which is interesting because the church I grew up with was actually the cult of Galasar.
The Sanguine Order, more so. Was that?
Yeah, it's more or less sort of affiliated with.
Yeah.
It's like this, I've told you about the Sanguine Order briefly. But yes, it's
What does
particularly
So, based on the name, Sanguine Order has a lot to do with, blood and stuff. So, what does blood have to do with this lich? What is the connection?
Well, in my personal experience...
Are you walking and talking, or are you still...
Yeah, we're walking and talking.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. We're more or less trying to develop a way for the lich to inhabit a body. And in order to do so, needed a certain amount of willing participants.
Willing?
Well, they were willing by the end of the influence of the church. I was more of the medical side of things. There tended to be kind of the religious, medical. Those who gave themselves to Galasar were considered quite lucky for the chance to even become a vessel. Never really got to the point of actually being able to succeed in that area. Though, I admit I tried quite hard. It was an interesting venture, not really considering the actual repercussions that might cause. Recently.
What inspired your change of heart?
It's quite a selfish one. That the chosen vessel was someone I cared significantly about. And once, I think under your interference, Galasar seemed to not really want us to do. Well, things changed when the king wanted to get involved, because before then we were not really, above ground, not, obviously.
So at some point you started getting funding from the government itself.
It was something like that, and then it was because I'm sorry, just out of character. How do you say that word? The stones. What are they called? Polyarchy?
The phylactery.
Phylacteries. Yeah.
I like polyactries more.
Yeah, I'm one of the people who read a word, and I'm like, that's the way it's said.
Yeah.
I don't read the symbols of.
So
phylacteries. So. Sorry, just a second. It became more of a, when the phylacteries were discovered, and the
shards of the phylacteries, yeah.
The shards of the phylactery were discovered. My personal experiment, or my personal affiliations with the experiment at hand, became a little more motivated towards keeping her alive. And when it became apparent that the phylactery would be used to eradicate elvenkind, it became more about protecting the members of the cult, and in doing so I would have to sacrifice my work and also the person I care deeply about, and I didn't care for that. But she has ties to him, and now Valdar has said she's being used, and I find that very curious. Because when I left here and burnt some of the place down, I didn't think she could move. So I want to check on where she would usually be.
Well, she wouldn't move under her own volition.
Yeah.
And your hushed voice seems to echo and rebound, almost as if multiplied by the weight of decisions made. And your foot leaves the last step of that spiral staircase, which continues down, but you're at your landing now. And while the artwork and the signs of life are gone, that chip in the floor where you slipped and the trolley went over and took a chunk out of the corner, took a chunk out of the floor, and the body just rolled off and slopped against the wall. You had to call a friend to help him back up, and it was, it made a funny noise, but it was, if you'd have been caught displaying such a lack of skill and manual dexterity as to slip and tip the trolley over, you would have been expelled immediately. But that mark is still there on the floor. Absolutely. That mark is still there. And as you walk down, you can't help but notice your hands are out in front of you as if you're pushing a trolley, and you And then you walk to your door. It's there. Would you like to open it, or do you want to test the key?
I
Locked.
will. Yeah, I'll just. I guess, can I check to see if the lock
I'll
is
take a
different?
few steps back.
Yeah. I think I will do just an inside check because I am worried that maybe the lock might be changed or the door. If that's possible.
No problem at all. 13. The door looks pretty alright. Looks normal.
Okay. I'll just try the door with the key that I have.
Excellent. Cool. So...
Dave,
What's it? Yeah. No. Yeah.
this is really cool, but I want to ask is before you tell us what's in the room, can we go over to other people and then just like
No problem. No problem.
It's the end-
We
it's the
can
end
certainly do
end
that.
scene.
Yeah. Cool.
because I'm like
Yeah, that's no problem. We'll stop it
Catching
there
fish here.
with this thing, and then we'll move back to the Temple of the Raven Queen. Robert, thank you for sticking with us. So, are
Thanks
you
so
1
much,
hour
guys.
later than we are now?
we start an hour later than I'm
So
used
we
to.
might try and do like today was an exception to the rule. So we will probably maybe go back to we'll go back to 7:30 next time.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Thank you very much, Robert. Lots of love, and I loved what happened today.
Okay. Thanks, Dave. Have a nice day, guys.
See you, Joe.
Back to the Temple of the Raven Queen, Mezelus and Orixiam. You sit there. I don't know if you're shook or not. How do you both react?
Does what happened feel like? What's the way to phrase this?
Like
was
it's
that just
a railroad?
someone-
Like it's destined to happen, or
No, like was that in response to a question asked, or what was just felt needed to be shown? Like you said, people sit, they can't remember your exact words, but there's a lot of
they
thought
sit
goes
and they
into-
reflect and they.
yeah. If a question, reflect is the exact word I was searching for, but my mental capacity couldn't find.
I know the feeling.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
If a question is directed towards the pool, would Orixiam think it's plausible to be answered after
Well-
seeing what he's just seen?
So there was no question directed to the pool. You connected with the pool and you got that vision. So would you
Yes.
like to connect with the pool and ask a question? Sorry, would you like to try to connect with the pool?
Yeah, like
yeah.
does he think it is possible to direct a question towards the pool?
Well,
Now
then
that
Rory
he's
Kai,
been
yeah. I mean, given what you experienced, I mean, there's only one way to find out. Yeah.
Excuse me.
All right.
Well, after experiencing the side of a confusing death, really, because he's old.
He was older. He wasn't old.
It's
Yeah. Just I'm just. So I
past his estimations.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking like so. How like you're what mid-20s now?
Click the bio button. 27. Yeah.
27. I mean, looking from the chair down at the dead and dying Orixiam. 30s.
Yeah.
Older.
It's not
That's
today,
important.
tomorrow. Yeah.
No, that's important. It's a few years. It's not 50 years.
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah.
And I will soon enough be asking people to clock up the year counters on their bios. Because we have maybe 1 year older at some point. Sorry.
Hey, I remember when we were asked to subjugate other people's deaths in DMs a while ago, and I'm in the running for what I said. So after seeing this, and seeing Demon Mummy, he wants to pose a question
To the Raven
to
Queen.
the Raven Queen through the omnipotence of the pool of blood.
Mhm.
He won't say it out loud, but he'll say it mentally, directed towards the Raven Queen.
Well, I'm going to need that connection again. So, after that, you find yourself, your mind spinning with possibility. And you sit there and you find yourself fidgeting. The foot is tapping. Your fingers are sort of tapping away there on every single one of them on the thumb, resting on your knee. And give me a flat wisdom to see how easy it is for you to compose yourself again after that vision of your own death at the jaws, the 5 jaws of Tiamat.
Come on, dice.
It's a 9 or a 9. Okay. Dummy mummy Tiamat. It takes a while. It takes longer than you'd like. If you've ever tried to fall asleep, but all of the problems and all of the money stress and the real life stress and everything else, like things that you didn't think about throughout the fucking day, they all show up at your fucking brain when you're trying to get to sleep. Knock, knock, knock. And it's like that. So it takes you another 10 minutes until you find yourself going, Orixiam, quiet. Orixiam, quiet. Orixiam, quiet. Orixiam, quiet. You keep repeating that to yourself over and over and over and over. And eventually you do make that connection again with this serenely still, viscous red pool. You find yourself again drawn into it. The length of it just seems to expand until, Orixiam, you feel a brief connection to something. It's not comfortable. It's frightening. You get a glimpse of what can only be clumsily described as infinity and nothing. It's terrifying, it's jarring, it's disorientating. But you do feel eyes upon you.
Does it feel like the same presence as the first time?
Yes.
Right.
If ever there was a time to ask a question, it's now.
Well, let's hope my mental capacity does this in the justice I wish it would. Orixiam will attempt to articulate this in the best way he can.
I ask this with the utmost respect. You convey yourself as a true neutral between life and death. I can't help but wonder and ask you why you allowed the event to take place and wipe out all those creatures in one go. Not only once, but now you sit back as it happens again. As a true neutral, why do you allow this to happen?
Yeah, that is a bit of left field, and if it completely swipes you, I understand.
No, it doesn't. I know exactly what the answer to this is, because I gave Scales the exact answer to this. Minus it was the first sentence of the answer to this about 5 episodes ago, that nobody caught. How would you like to play this? How are you if you are approaching this as a supplicant and someone who is begging for an answer, it's unlikely you're going to get an answer. If you were going to channel your power and your charisma or your skills, what would you roll and how would it manifest?
You're not going to deceive a god and asking a question. You're not
Absolutely
going to
aren't.
intimidate a god and asking a question. Ooh.
If you want to roll flat charisma,
What?
you can roll flat charisma. If you want to
What?
argue for a skill.
What if, in feeling the word reluctance of an omnipotent being in answering a question, he sacrificed a hit dice and gave life essence to gain the answer?
Well, it's not about gaining an answer. It's about, okay. So you're trying to, you see, this again is, I feel like you're giving something in terms of acknowledging yourself as a worshipper or a supplicant, someone who's begging for an answer. And so you're giving a part of yourself for an answer. What I'm hinting at here is you have a powerful charisma and you have a powerful force of self-confidence, and I'm suggesting that you use that, and you get the sense that this is the right way to do it. I'm just asking you, how would you channel that inner force that you manifest as a true believer? How would you channel that force and that power in this instance?
Well, unless he was able to deceive the Raven Queen that upon her answering, if it was for a worthy cause, that
It's
he
more
would...
it's more about compelling her to answer or persuading her to answer.
Yeah,
I'm not
but
saying you use
if-
persuasion, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If his deception was to make her believe that should her answer be sanctimonious, righteous, he would turn to her cause and aid her in...
And you were going to
the second event.
Deceive her into thinking that you would defect.
Should her answer be worthy?
I think you would
Highlander rules, there can
know.
only be
I think you
one.
would know enough to know that you cannot deceive a god.
I know, I've got... He's
Hey,
not
Shane, good
persuasive.
to see you in. Like, so what's your persuasion versus your deception? Let's talk
Persuasion
numbers
is only
here.
5. Deception is 9.
Okay. Well, I think you would know enough that deception is not an answer.
Then yeah, he'll attempt to persuade. He is...
Describe to me
The-
how he's using his. I need you to describe to me his sense of self-belief here, because you are powered by your charisma. You are powered by your belief and your devotion and your charisma, right? So this is a moment where self-belief is imperative. It's vital. And depending on how you describe this to me, will decide whether you get advantage on whatever you roll. Be it flat charisma, anything but deception, because you cannot deceive a god.
Well, see, in this current circumstance, he's after sitting here.
Mhm.
He's entered the temple. In the beginning, it was cheekily, but that was because the greeter is never the person you need to talk to. So he's annoyed the man. He's instantly gotten a more responsive response from once was Wren. And then he's had a vision at the pool. So his intent of wanting this for answers is there, and he's proposed the question. And he's not asking the question for some kind of glory some kind of bigotry. He genuinely wants to know how the god of death, who's supposed to be a true neutral, has allowed millions to be killed previously and is about to let it happen again on the whims of a mortal.
I get it. So give me a roll.
So he's trying to be like, yeah.
Roll whatever
Like, it's
skill.
not selfishness. He genuinely
That's
wants
fine.
to know.
Roll whatever skill other than deception you have, and let's just see how this works.
Aren't you religion powered by your charisma modifier? Is it
No,
religious
whatever you
beliefs that
want.
are? No.
23. Ooh.
You have a boon?
Oh, there's a little boon there. I'm going to have to boon that. $27.
Before we go to the result of that and the end of the stream, Mezelus, what are you doing?
There's a quiet contemplation of he's understood now for a long time since he agreed to something with someone that at some point in his life part of him was going to die.
Yep.
He understands that this is her telling him, I know what you did. This is her telling him it's going to happen. Which is kind of a confirmation that he was looking for anyway. So it's not a surprise. It's not a... It's not that he's going to try and fight it. He understands it's coming. He's just wondering which part of him has to die.
Okay. And are you finished connecting with this pool?
I think
Just
so.
a
I
moment
think
of
she's given him a
introspection.
clarity that he hasn't received from other places.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's happily done with it.
Mezelus just sitting there.
Keeping an eye on my brother in case he needs, any guidance or any way back, essentially.
Orixiam, as you connect now, you ask that question again, harnessing all the power of your will, your charisma, the power granted to you by the Platinum Dragon. You ask that question. How could you have sat by once? How could you sit by a second time? Your vision swims again. But this is worse. We've all had the spinnies after a heavy night out. You're lying in the bed, the room spins. It's worse than this. Orixiam, you stand up. You reach out a hand. Mezelus, you see you're about 20 feet away. You see this now. And Orixiam, you stand. Your balance fails. You take a step forward. You turn around. Your balance shifts again and you fall back into this pool of thick red liquid. Begin to naturally try to tread water, but it's not water. You begin to struggle. Mezelus, you just see him lying there, floating. No struggles. No nothing. Orixiam, you begin to panic. The weight of your armor now. Newly transformed on you. Unless you're wearing it already.
Yeah, the armor was someone above.
So the weight of the armor dragging you down now. Hold your breath for as long as you can, and then that one last final breath as your body instinctively goes to draw in another breath, but instead it's this thick red iron-like liquid, and you feel the hot burning down your windpipe and your lungs now, as this part of your body that should never, ever be flooded is now flooded with this thick red liquid. And you feel then there is no buoyancy in your lungs to hold you up. You sink like a stone. Down, 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 and down again. Orixiam, above the panic, you hear your own voice again, asking that same question. And for the viewers, what was that question again? How
What
could
a true neutral. Why did you allow the event to take place?
The event being the process of all the Dragonborn being wiped out in an instant.
And why are you allowing it to happen again?
You are plummeting through red mist now. You land this cold stone floor. You see a long, infinite queue of humanoids standing there, heads bowed, still wearing the clothes they wore when they were killed or died. Some of them are naked, might have died in the bath or died in their sleep. You find yourself walking to the back of this queue, and you take your place. Suddenly these questions are unimportant anymore. What's important is waiting your turn to get to the front of the queue. And then you hear the voice. It is my charge to welcome the souls, to judge them. And you look up, you see this gargantuan black shape with a dark black hood towering over this seemingly endless queue of humanoids. And you don't feel like her gaze has met yours, because if that happened, you would be destroyed and ruined utterly. But you hear the voice, and she says, "Mine is not to interfere. Mine is just to collect. I have no power to decide the whims of mortals." We are 27 persuasion. And this is where we're going to leave it for tonight. Orixiam, you hear the words, "I never collected those souls." And the question races around your head. If they were wiped from this plane, where did they go. Mezelus, you see Orixiam begin to sink, struggle, and cough up this blood. All of a sudden, from a serene and calm demeanor now begins to struggle.
I've already got my hand in his hand ready to pull him out.
You reef him out of this thick red liquid. Orixiam, you begin to just throw up this red, thick blood now. You are at 1 hit point. As the door opens,
Right.
clack, 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 clack. In this room that makes no sound, you see Valdar and his Ember Guard begin to walk out. You called. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight.
And for those of you that don't remember necessarily, that's where I leave it until the new year.
Yeah. So
Mezelus getting arrested.
I think yes, because I didn't remember that. So I think what we're gonna do is, okay, let's keep going for 10 minutes then. Okay.
Okay.
Valdar walks out now. Mezelus, you have Orixiam, who has almost drowned in blood. Valdar and his Ember Guard walk out. You can see there are 8 of them plus Valdar. And this is the Valdar missing the ear. Sorry, missing the tip of his ear. And he goes, "You called." You can see he is like that armor and the all the gear that he wore. Excuse me, on that mountaintop. Oh, it seems. Would you like me to cure your brother?
It's
Or send-
nice
or
that
send him
when
on
we
his way.
summon you, you come quickly. Good boy.
You always had a sense of humor, didn't you, Mezelus? You know I have your lives in my hand right now. Would you like him to live? You to live? Or the both of you to live? Please tell me. And you can see all the Ember Guard blades out. And Valdar is standing there. Heavily armored. He's got all of his weapons. He goes, please, do me a favor. And put your pride in your bag of holding there. Answer my question truthfully.
Well, seeing as though on this day your pride is obviously absent because you need all these men to protect you.
These are my servants. You sought me out. They were here before.
Yes, but you're still
very
afraid
well.
to go one-on-one.
Very well, very well. Men, leave. They turn, they walk. Valdar, you, and Orixiam at 1 hit point. He pulls his blade. Now what?
If this is to be my destiny?
No, it's to be his. He's first, not you.
No, you asked me. You asked me whether I want him to live, whether I want me to live, or whether I want us both to live.
Which? You saw
I'm
me
going to
out.
say, I just wanted a conversation. You're the one that came out here swords drawn. We literally
Yes.
have no weapons drawn at all.
You're the one sought me out.
For a
What
conversation.
do you want? My men are gone. Your brothers. Well, look at him. What do you want?
Is that one? He's at his lowest point, and yet still more of a man than you. But
Words,
To the
words, words.
to the point.
Yes, please do get to the point.
I do find it interesting that you haven't gotten one of the seals that you wanted. Maybe
Oh,
because
we
it's
will.
not where you thought it was. Maybe
We-
because we know where it is.
Well, we have 2 of them. We know where the 3rd one is, except a mountain fell on it. We're working
See,
to get
this is what I'm saying is, you think that's where it is.
Oh, right. You have plucked it from the bowels of the mountain with your small little white hands, and you have hidden it away somewhere, sequestered, maybe as clumsily as you did the first one in the astral plane. Please tell me what you did.
That you are correct. That was quite clumsy.
Mhm.
Not my decision, of course.
No, it was your own. Yes, that fellow.
But should a deal be able to be struck about power, maybe we can all benefit from this.
Okay, Orixiam, you are beginning to come to now, and you hear the words deal. You are like still hawking up this blood. You're very nearly drowned. And you look up. This red blood is sort of like coating your eyeballs. You're trying to rub it out. It's not out. Your ears. You unblock one ear and you hear the words deal, and you hear the words power. What do you do? Bear in mind, it will be very, very limp and weak.
As a single track mind, sitting there as he effectively blows his nose in his hand to clear it of the blood, and he'll go,
Hiya. It was gonna be my day. What happened to all those souls?
You're asking Valdar this, eh?
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. The man's clearly delirious. Mezelus, what kind of deal do you want to make? Is this for your mother? Okay. 16? Who's that?
Orixiam.
16 is not going to do it. You have a boon and you have an inspiration. I need a 22 for this.
Yeah, actually, the inspiration is there. Let's try again. Come on, dice. Come on, dice.
I will allow a guidance in this. So 14 plus 4 on a D4 would be 18, and a 4 on a boon would be a 22. I will allow Mezelus to give you a guidance if you so wish.
I mean, come on, dice.
If it doesn't fit,
Do you not, with inspo, do you not take the highest of the two rolls?
Come on, guys.
No,
I
we
need to
take
know
the
the
next
answer to
roll.
this question.
We've always re-rolled.
is
Would
Mezelus going to
Mezelus
give him
guide?
guidance on this?
I will help him to his feet and steady him correctly as he speaks,
Okay.
and give him some guidance in the words he's about to speak.
If I get 2 4s on a D4, you're gonna really fucking learn something here.
Nice, come on, dice. The dice have spoken.
The gods have spoken.
Narrative
Spill your
dice.
beans.
What
Spill
was the
your fucking
question
beans.
you asked?
What happened to all those souls?
He says, I don't know what you're talking. He doesn't know what you're talking about. As far as the kingdom that have researched this device, their enemies are wiped out. They assume they're dead. Where do you think Scales is fucking... Where do you think Scales' fucking boys are coming from?
Just kind of like that blinkingly fucking.
About time we got a big fucking reveal, right?
I have been. Sorry, I had that circled in my notes from a few episodes back for Scales to get to eventually, but
The thing that the last few words that were cut off.
Yeah, the artifact we're not, and then it cuts out. I have it scribbled and circled.
He was trying to say we're not dead.
Thank you, Valdar. And good day.
Take your rubbish with you. He turns his back and walks off.
Sorry, I thought you were coming with us. Okay. Enjoy your digging.
What's this
And
deal you wanted to make?
I walk us both out.
You didn't want to make a deal?
Well, as he says that, I'll turn back around and say, well...
Because you wouldn't be aware of Orixiam's revelation here yet.
No.
Yeah.
The thing was okay, so this was just going to waste time so Orixiam could get up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, go.
Yeah. I mean, the deal was going to be you surrender your sword and I'll try to make it so that you get into the heavens.
You are a funny one. Just before you go, I have recommended to His Majesty King Gregor that all of you be named as enemies of the state. Giving you a head start, little doggy.
Let's see, Valdar.
But
That tells me one thing.
What's that?
Tells me you're scared.
No.
So goodbye.
Goodbye.
And when we meet next time, I will take your head. And I will deliver it to the steps of the Platinum Dragon. Unless you take mine, good friend. And I walk back away with Orixiam.
And that is the diffusing quip that has dissuaded him from actually going fucking full on you there. Orixiam, you are Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2 right now. I need a vacation. Yeah, you are in a heap as you crawl out of the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Brother, I need to ask a favor of you. I need to go somewhere and do something. But I need you to keep an eye on Scales. Can I trust you in this charge?
Of course you can. Before you go, I have a question.
Of course.
Are your grandparents on your mother's side still living?
I don't actually know.
If possible, could you reach out? I may need to go to Colorado.
You see now. That's where I was headed.
Lay the foundations. We'll follow you.
Trust me, brother. If I find out what I want to know, we'll be able to get some help.
More ways than one.
And he just gives you, like, you're bigger than him, but he just gives you, like, the biggest hug he can. And then
a handshake.
Turns around and starts walking off. As, yes, Mezelus intends to head to Colorado.
That is very interesting.
Is this mean we're skipping the hell journey for now?
Well, we'll find out, but I'm gonna shift back to that corridor with Robert and Theodore. Theodore, as you begin to examine that lock, and you place the key in. What's your passive perception?
Oh my god. Where am I? Probably pretty bad.
Better than
11?
20. Okay.
No, I don't know how this. I think I'm probably scaled wrong, guys, for whatever.
It should be 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom. They're not hard, I think.
Proficiency. Yeah, no,
Or is
that's
it? Yeah.
yeah, that's about right.
You take the key out. Robert.
Wait, no, it's like 13, but whatever. Yeah,
It's not 20.
not 20.
No. So you take the key out. Robert takes 5 steps back. That's just Robert. You place the key in the lock. Turn it. You see on the door runes. This circle of runes begin to just as a glyph of warding explodes out towards you. You feel, you instinctively sort of close your eyes and glimpse away from what you've seen glyphs of warding go off before. And you expect the heat, or you expect the lightning. You did not expect the necrotic effect as you are washed over with this rotting unlife. We're going to get to that in the next episode of the Sopherone Saga.
Nice.
A lot of great RP there, guys. Thanks a million. A lot of lore dumped. We're moving on in this story now a little bit, as Scales doesn't know what's going on. Orixiam has a little bit of an idea. Obviously, I'm not going to do headphones off because I trust you all to RP this properly.
Definitely gonna be a fireside chat needed with the party when everything.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm happy to do that at some point. Not now because I have to get up and go to.
No, I meant as in like the party themselves.
Oh, sorry,
after they reconvene. There's gonna be a big chat of.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, look, I can chat about it for a little bit. Like Mezelus, why are you going to Coloril? Do you want to tell people, or do you want to not?
I've actually DM'd you what my intentions are, or at least a thought, and then you and me can talk about it, kind of thing.
Okay, so let's not talk about it now. Do you want to talk about it off stream?
Essentially, Mezelus had come to the same kind of conclusions as Orixiam that the elves actually might be the ones to help us.
Okay.
But
I see doubt in Orixiam's eyes there.
Brendan's saying it too as well.
It's not doubt, it's that Orixiam believes that the scales of Bahamut could be forged into an armor and sitting in Colorado. And what better way to defend a god than to wear a god?
But see, this is the thing is, so he's going to get information essentially. I like I said, I've messaged you more, but essentially this is an information finding mission.
Cool.
I thought it was a nice way for kind of me to disappear into the shadow for a minute.
Absolutely, yeah.
This, if it works out the way I hope, we should answer a few questions here.
Okay, cool. I'll have a look at that during the week, and I will get back to you.
Yeah, we're talking New Year anyway at this point. So
defo. So Orixiam, where are you at 1 hit point, being dragged out of the temple now? Like, what does what's a revelation?
Oh, just to add, when I hugged him, I cast heal on him and then left.
Oh shit! Okay, okay, go. Orixiam, you are now up to plus 60 hit points. I'm happy to say that you are healed. Mezelus just vanishes into the snow, into this sort of snowy, blizzardy night.
Yeah. Cool guys don't look at explosions; they blow shit up and they walk away.
Absolutely. So Orixiam, you're sitting on the steps now of the Temple of the Raven Queen. The doors closed behind you. The snow falling heavily down. What's going through his mind? 70 points.
Where are they?
Yeah. Where indeed.
Yeah, like that's. Well, there's the where are they, but they also probably should have done it at the time, but once was Wren. Sorry, Wren. I should have checked out their reaction when that one-eared son of a fucking bellend turned up.
Yeah, wasn't you were at one? You were at 1 hit point, so.
Yeah,
you were still clinging to life.
But it was very curious that he wasn't to touch the pool under any circumstances. But when he gets thrown into it by a vision, Not one of them stepped out from the curtains.
He didn't get thrown. He fell. I think. I feel like you connected.
Body went limp.
You
kind of
connected
thing.
with a question instead of just connecting for the sake of connection.
Even that's
And
what they can tell the difference.
That's true.
from it,
Yeah.
So in that way, like there's
No,
that-
they didn't step out.
No, they didn't. But then he's also questioned, like, does that mean that to say that it's not that Vreen, he would now have Vreen's respect, but more that maybe now Vreen has an awareness that he's connected with their god and been acknowledged in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
That their god decided to that this blasphemer will come in and say, "Oh, we're fucking hunting assholes," and all of a sudden has a vision and is put in the.
all of a sudden you were instructed to respectfully engage with this mechanism to learn more about yourself, and you did so.
Yeah.
And when that began to happen, this isn't the first time they've seen this happen. And so
No, it's not. But
when you stood up and fell in, they're not gonna. They've seen this happen. This is how it happens. But if you'd have gone over and sat down and pulled your boots off and like paddled in the fucking thing, they would have cut your head off.
Yeah.
But
But that's what I mean. There's like a silent acknowledgement of, oh, he has been acknowledged and has had this journey. So
not
maybe
uncommon.
he's not the blasphemer. Not uncommon, but there's mutual respect on those lines.
I mean, I think they would acknowledge that you got that,
like
your voice was heard.
What I was getting from what Stephen was saying was that we've been so like blacklisted and bad mouthed and all that kind of shit. It's like, your god is still talking to us. Like, it's kind of a well, we can't be that bad if your god's talking to us.
You see, with the Raven Queen, it's not about bad or good. She'll talk to anyone. You know,
And
so it's not. That's not a barometer of your sort of your divine standing in the ruler or the measurement of good or evil. She's beyond that. She's past that. Like if you are the most pious or the most despicable, they all come to her.
My takeaway from that is as well, like, it's not like they never said you couldn't touch the bull. It's just they said it would be bad, and it was. It nearly killed you.
Yeah.
I nearly didn't win the race.
Yeah. So, Orixiam, you're sitting there and you're wondering, where are they? Scales, after seeing all that, and Wren, where like, what are we doing here? I mean, that, like, witnessing the power of the Spectre, being able to move through people.
Yeah, I don't know that Scales understood it per
No,
se.
that's
I
fine.
think 90% of the magic stuff was just happening around him. So I don't think Scales will I think he will have clocked something was weird, but he's just like, hey, it's magic shit. Wren's here. Wren will.
Yeah. Wren, how are we doing?
Wren's kind of just accepted it. Like, he has to deal with this, and he's willing to do whatever it takes.
Are we going to go flatliners?
Flatliners is in, kill him, like, die to get this thing done. Yeah, if he has
Die
to.
and come back?
If he has to, unless whatever Odran comes up with from that book is easier or stuff. Yeah, he's more than willing. Like, Wren he's a transmutation wizard. He understands the logic of you don't gain things without first giving something in return. That's that's the foundation of his magic. He's more than willing to sacrifice his life and come back if that means.
Theodore.
Now, look, obviously
that really makes it trustworthy.
Feels like another deal, in fairness. But anyway.
No, he won't.
Theodore, you've seen glyphs of warding before. You didn't put a glyph of warding in this door. That moment, like the GI in Vietnam when he steps on a landmine. what is the one thought that goes through Theodore's head as you see this glyph warding flare to life?
Well, it kind of tells me that they don't want me to go in there.
So, okay.
So it's like, why, everything else is empty, everything looks abandoned, no signs of life, but still they're protecting this office.
Okay.
So,
this could quite likely kill you.
Yeah, like I'm in for a fucking world of hurt right now, but like there's this resolution of like, okay, well there's something there that they don't want me to see.
Okay.
Or maybe they just want to kill me because they thought I'd get interested, but
could be that simple.
Could be that simple. So yeah, could be dead soon.
Alright guys, we didn't take a break, so I am going to, sorry about that, we went to 3:26 and didn't take a break. I am going to read out, do you know what, I'm just going to do, join us on Sunday for Daggerheart episode 10, The Dreamer Awakes. The Jewel Queen guards the last shard of the glass heart with her life. Her armies are on the attack, and the clans of the Somnium must hold at all costs. Our intrepid adventurers make their move and hope to strike the Jewel Queen down. Join us for the true finale part 2 of our Daggerheart campaign this Sunday, where the fate of Horizon Hollow will be decided once and for all. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for bringing such tip-top and fucking immersive characters to this story that I wrote. And
thanks for writing it.
I love
the story.
I'm just excited to see things that I've been sitting on for fucking years now.
The amount of puzzle pieces that clicked into place in my theories of everything there tonight was I was like, whoop.
It's been fun. And look, there's a lot more to go, and there's a lot more mysteries to uncover. Guys, we love you all. If you are going to Charleville Castle tomorrow, we will see you there. If you're not,
enjoy everyone.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. If you're not, we'll see you on Sunday right here for Daggerheart with GM Wayne in the seat. As look, I'm playing the Bard James Hetfield, and
I'm Paradox.
It could be James is not in a good place. It could be fading to black right now. So it could be a bit of creeping death happening. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
If you haven't watched the previous episode, you definitely do. Me and Dave got up to some shenanigans towards the end.
Great fun, guys. We love you all.
See you guys.
We'll see you Sunday. Take it easy. Bye.